Yo, yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Flesh and Blood stream. Tonight, we're going to be playing Syndra, and you guys probably saw the title, Redline is the way. I kind of had like a long conversation with Carly about Singapore and like what to play, and like we just kind of like talked it all out. Even though Carly doesn't like necessarily completely understand like the ramifications of my decision when it comes to like, you know, the meta and things like that. Oh, excuse me. Carly is a great reference point for what I should be playing. And Carly and I were just chatting and talking. And I was like, you know, I don't know if I should play Victor, Acilio, Syndra. Like, I have no idea what I should be playing. And I feel very all over the place. And we just kind of stopped. And she said, the first thing that comes to your mind, like she said, like the next time you're sitting around and you're thinking about cards and you have this gut feeling about what you should do, that's what you should play. And I was like, okay, sounds good. So kind of went on, and you know, lo and behold, a little bit later, I was thinking about a Syndra play pattern, and I was just thinking about Syndra lines, and I was like, okay, I'm playing Syndra. We're locking in Syndra for Singapore. That's what I'm going to be playing. We have 22 days until I leave for Singapore, which means we have 10 streams, maybe 12, and very like 3 weeks basically to figure out the exact 80. And we're going to be practicing some drafts. So that's where we're at. That's what's going on. Welcome to stream. Thanks for being here. Let's go. Mekado, Jay, Electrum, Raymond, Randy, Ian, Rose. What is up, everybody? The wife always knows Carly is the secret brains. Dude, there's no secret brains here. Carly is the brains of the organization around here. I'm just the schmuck that sits in front of the camera and plays cards, bro. Like, that's just all it is. That's all it is, yo. Hey, let's go. Drew with 19 months of tier 1 support. Let's go, dude. I'll be the wiener, you be the bun. Let's get together and have some fun. Yo, Drew, let's go. Thank you for the 19 months of tier 1, brother. I appreciate it. Much love, man. Dodge, Brick, what's up? Dave, what's going on, guys? Much as I love Acilio, I think Syndra is a pillar of the meta at the moment, so he'll always struggle. Yeah, no, for sure, man. For sure. It's definitely like... I think that's one of Acilio's worst matchups. That does transition us into talking about the Syndra deck. This is what I'm calling my Aurora impersonation, because this is going to be as many 0-for-4s basically as we can jam into the deck. I have taken a very different approach to this deck. So we're going to talk about my cards, we're going to talk about the choices, and we're going to talk about where some of the card ideas came from here. Oh, God, excuse me. Hey, what's up, Martin Thomas? Can you really blaze if you don't aggro? Dude, exactly, Thomas. Tell him, dude. He knows what's up. All right, so looking at our list here, this is the 54-card main deck that, like, in 90% of matchups, I play all the freaking time. You will notice there are 0 blues in these 54 cards. I don't know if that's correct, but we're going to start here and we're going to see what happens. I am on 3 yellow Bram with Cinderclaw because it works as a yellow like for resources. Plus it's 6 brands to help us play around and like work with other things. So I think that could be pretty good for us. Yo, let's go. Pata Fluss. That's an interesting name. Yo, let's go. 2 months of Prime support. Pata said, good luck. Pata, thank you so much for the 2 months of Prime support and the nice message. I appreciate it. Means a lot. When Acilio gets his time to walk, Gravy multiple times a game, though. Oh, dude, yeah, like you have a very good matchup with Acilio into Gravy for sure. Want to rep against Dio? Yeah, I'm down for that. I definitely need reps against Dio. It's one of the more interesting decks, so I definitely need that. Definitely need that. Yo, Potato of Blood. What an interesting name. Yo, that is... super interesting name. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. Appreciate you being here and hanging out. Guys, if you're here for the first time, you're new to the channel, we got 3 questions we ask everybody when you're new. They are, what's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Tell me about yourselves in the chat. Okay, so looking at our list here, this is like the 54 main deck cards that we're playing into everything. Now, there's a couple cards that I normally don't play in the Redline list. I was not on Ronin Renegade the last time we played this deck. I am now going to be on Ronin Renegade because it adds this level of consistency by giving us another Draconic starter. So I'm a really big fan of having this card in the deck. I think it fits well. I don't like that it's a 2-block, but I do think it adds a lot to our consistency, and that's going to be a big part of our game plan. The other card that I was not playing last time we played this was Fire Tenant Strike First. Now, Fire Tenant Strike First is just a really solid card in my opinion. It's just a solid 0 for 4 that kind of splits up the damage. It's not draconic, but it does work with Ancestral Empowerment. And I do think that having 2 Ancestral Empowerments is going to be a very solid place to be. I think having 3 of them is maybe just a little too much. I don't know, like maybe both Sean Dollywall and the guy who won Canadian Nationals were both on 3. I'm honestly not sure, but I think that 2 is the way to go. So this is like our 54 card main deck that we're looking at when we're talking about here that I really like a lot. For what it's worth, before we talk about the sideboard, there was a consideration for this to just be blue Throw Dagger, because I think blue Throw Dagger is probably the best blue you can play in the deck. I think Throw Dagger and Dragon Power are just too powerful, but I really want to try Yellow Brand because I like having an extra attack that also works with the Draconic text box on Oath of Loyalty, Art of the Dragon Blood, Art of the Dragon Fire, and Art of the Dragon Scale we have in the sideboard. So I think it could be really good. No, we're not playing Victor tonight, Rhett. Sorry, buddy. My name is Pata. I really love Cinderify and Riptide, and my favorite topping. Can I say pineapple? Yo, dude, I'm here for all the sauce. I'm here for all the sauce. Pata, thanks for being here. Welcome to the channel. We're happy to have you. Played some Project Blue earlier. Shame there is not a format drop down for it. I keep getting mega powered Blitz decks opponents. That's pretty funny. I would like to play some Project Blue. Like maybe we have a fun Project Blue like day hanging out in chat or something like that. With after Singapore is what I'm trying to say. Hey, let's go. Carly just gifted 5 subs. Yo, the love of my life, gifting 5 subs. Let's go. Thank you, baby. I appreciate it. It means a whole lot. Carly is the best. I had something get delivered recently that I'm super excited about. Hey, yo, what is it, Electrum? I'm curious to know, man. Hey, Annabelle, what's up? Yeah, please do. Dude, Electrum, please do. Let me know. Please, show me. Name is Potato. I got into Fab because of me and my friends saw the Ira poster on the wall of our LGS, and I don't really eat hot dogs often, but you can't go wrong with grilled onions. All right, dude. Well, Potato, welcome to the stream. We're happy to have you. I'm glad you're hanging out. I'm glad you're chilling with us. Hey, Jorge Yarza? I'm assuming that's Jorge and not like George. I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm assuming that's Jorge, but if I'm wrong, I apologize. Yo, dude, learning Prism? Let's go, man. I hope that's going well. Yeah, I agree. I think your favorite is Prism and Descender. I completely agree. Hey, Shadow492. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. Appreciate you being here and hanging out. Means a lot. Same 3 questions we ask everybody else. What's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Tell me about yourself. Yo, what's up, Aaron? How are you, brother? I've been good, man. I've been good. How about you? 14 blue list feels like a lot. 9 feels like the cap for me. I know, like, Morog, some people have been playing, like, 12 to 14, but, like, I think if you're playing blues, 9 is, like, where you want to be. Some people were playing 6 to try and make it work, and, like, I think that's, like, okay. There's probably a world where, like, you could cut the blue brain with Cinderclaw, and you could play 3 Throw Daggers, and then maybe you cut, like, 2 Fire Tenant Strike First, and you play, like, 2 Exposed as your blues, and you play 5 blues. Could work. I don't know, like... I'm interested in trying like a heavier Redline version of the deck tonight. Yo, Andrew, what up, dude? How are you, homie? I haven't seen you forever, Andrew. You been doing okay, man? All right, taking a look at the sideboard. Here's where we're going to get a little interesting with our sideboard. So stick with me for a second. I'm going to explain every card and all the choices that I have here. I am a big fan of Art of the Dragon Scale. I think Art of the Dragon Scale is good into Assassins. It's good into any grindy matchup, and it's also very good in the Mirrored. Any deck that plays Flick Knives, it's pretty solid into anything that's playing Gold-Baited Hook. I think it has a lot of value. So, oh god, excuse me. There are a lot of heroes that you get value out of Art of the Dragon Scale into. This is really one of the only other 1-cost cards I want to be on in my sideboard. I think this is a very solid tech card. It has a lot of really good play, and I'm interested in just playing it in the sideboard and bringing it into specific matchups. Battlefront Bastion, you guys probably guessed it. This is here strictly for Prism. This is only for Prism. That is its sole purpose and what I'm playing it for. I have no interest in bringing this in for anything else, so we're just on Battlefront Bastion for Prism. Imperial Seal of Command. I've tried this in a few different matchups. Admittedly, it doesn't feel that bad into Verdance if you draw it pretty early, but I've really been sticking with playing this in Florian. Since Florian has died down a little bit, I've been considering cutting this card and then playing a one of Tenacity in the sideboard, because a one of Tenacity could really help us into Victor, can really help us into like Bravo, or into like any other deck that wants to block a lot. So it seems pretty decent. We could also run like a one of Tenacity with Mask of the Pouncing Lynx into Verdance, which I think could be pretty good. So just something to consider there. Lava Vein Loyalty is the one that is the most interesting inclusion, because this is not really like a tech card. There's no sideboard like tech here. Don't get me wrong, I have a reason and we're going to talk about it, but there's not really like massive tech here. Redline is the way right now based on previous data. I reference your videos a few weeks back talking about how blues are good. I find it hard to land in a deck that can't flex a bit, and blues are a part of that. Yeah, no, I mean, I think that like being able to swap between blues and reds is like really, really good, but I don't know how much I like blues right now, if I'm being honest. I think reds are just really solid unless Jarl starts to pick up a lot of popularity. But like in every event I've seen streamed, there's been like 4 Jarls. Like if you have like 100 people, there's been like 4 Jarls at the event. So I think the Redline version is just a little bit better based on like the percentages of gem pairings that you could get is kind of where I'm at. What's your opinion of Rally the Coast Guard instead of Bastion? Ooh. I don't hate that. I don't hate that. We could try that. We could try that. I like Battlefront Bastion because it gives us the damage prevention on the next thing that attacks us. But Rally the Coast Guard is kind of hot. I won't lie. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I kind of like that. That's pretty cool tech. Okay. So Lava Vein Loyalty at red is in the sideboard because there are some matchups where it felt really bad to have Sink Belows and Shelter the Storms. So I've cut Sink Belows since then, and I think that I really like Lava Vein Loyalty because this is an extra 3 block in aggro matchups, and it's also an extra head jab in those matchups. So if you're playing against a deck with Command and Conquer as like a good piece of disruption, this is a great 3 block to jam in front of it so it doesn't like clunk up your turn or your hand. If you have all the tempo playing against, like, let's say Verdance or Gravy Bones, this is a great card to continue pressure to keep attacking them with. And I like that this has like conditional go again. So I think it fits really well. I had considered Mounting Anger in the sideboard, but this I think is the way to go. I really think this is the way to go. I'm playing Blanche in my blue version. I agree. Blanche is fine in the blue version of the deck. Bastion is definitely the best popper. Yo, is that Michael Yassiger? Is that like Pro Tour top 8 competitor, Michael Yassiger? Dude, you love to see it. Michael, thanks for coming by, man. It's pretty cool. I've only had a chance to chat with Michael a couple of times. We got to catch up at Pro Tour London a little bit. And then I very stupidly asked him how U.S. Nationals was going for him, even though he's Canadian a couple weeks ago. So yeah, there's that. Listen, Lava Vein Loyalty being like the Draconic Fry is actually not a bad way to look at it. Why do I always have like such this like weird like thing for like playing these like 0 for 3s with Go Again? Although I will say it's a little bit weirder than Fry because this is like a conditional Go Again card, so something to think about there. But I do get what you're saying, Ian, for sure. All right, past Lava Vein Loyalty, the decision was, is Shelter the Storm or is Sink Below better? I'm still on the fence about whether I like Shelter or Sink better in the sideboard here with what we're looking at. But I think that like Shelter is better because it helps us in like some of these pingy matchups. Like it's good against Vincent where we have like Arcane, which is a matchup we kind of struggle into. I think it's also pretty good in like the Mirror if we need it to be. So I like the flexibility of Shelter and like what it does. So I think Shelter's where I'm going to be at for now, but we might consider Sink Below because I do like the idea of being able to fix our hands a little bit. Warmonger's Diplomacy, I think, is just the best blue. Like as far as like a sideboard tech card is concerned, I think this is just the best blue. Like this has really good play into Azalea, which can be a weird matchup. This has pretty good play into Vincent, which can be a little bit of a tougher matchup. So I think as far as like sideboard blues, we're in a pretty decent spot right here. And I like having this in the side. Other than that, I'm on Claw of Vinserikai. If you're not playing Claw of Vinserikai at this point, like I really urge you to like look inward because brother, like Claw of Vinserikai is the truth. I'm just here to tell you. Flamescale Furnace might be a card that we cut if I decide I don't want enough, like more Prism Tech past Battlefront Bastion. I have Flamescale Furnace in here strictly as a card for the Prism matchup to kind of help us block a little bit. Trying to take a little bit of the Aurora approach where we try to like bring in a little bit more armor and like we try to soak up a couple of Heralds early and then go all in on a big turn. But I don't really know how I feel about that yet. Mask of the Pouncing Lynx is really good in Avertance. I had never really considered this, but I watched Sean Dollywall at Canadian Nationals bring it in top 8 or top 4. I can't remember. And it was really cool to see the tech and how good the Pouncing Lynx was to just go get a 0 for 5. And then Spell Fray Leggings is also like pretty much just for Kano. Like that's pretty much all this is here for, is to help us not die to Kano. Claw is what's pushed the Redline Syndra to being better than the blue to me. Yeah, I think that makes sense at all. I think that makes a lot of sense. I prefer Sync over Shelter now in a meta without New. I just think Sync is better. It could be. I don't really know how New affects the Shelter. I guess like Assassins. I mean, but like Mario and Slippy still have like some pretty good value with like, you know, like flicks and pings and stuff like that, right? So I think that Shelter still has some play, but I definitely hear what you're saying. I definitely hear what you're saying. Every card is a head jab, and my AVP is Q2 every game. Q2. I'm not sure what you mean Q2. All right, so that's the deck. This is where my head's at. This is what we're going to be playing tonight. Also, I am on Dragonscaler Flight Path. If you watched Canadian Nationals, then you probably saw Sean Dollywall in top 8 or top 4. Top 4 was when he played. No, it didn't matter. Both of his games, he was playing Snapdragon Scalers over Dragonscaler Flight Path. I don't know if that was like some like. I think I'm assuming that somebody who top 8'd PT London, that was a decision and not just like a thing that we did. Somebody asked about playing a game a minute ago before I start. Eat gravy till we can't eat no more? I mean, yeah, dude. Camo, absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I think it has pretty good... I think it has pretty good utility. I think it has pretty good utility. I agree, Ian. Hey, Valk, what's up, dude? I like to play Sync because Shelter's price is silly. Now that I understand. That I understand. All right, we're gonna get Dodge a game. Let's get a game into Dio. This should be fun. I haven't played against Dio very much. Let's see. Dodge, I can't remember your name to save my life on Discord right now. Is it Cart? Is that you? I feel like that's you. If I remember correctly. No, Cart actually has the name of Cart, right? Wait, somebody just sent me a message and said I'm also Dodge, bro. Wait, what? I feel like this is a lie. Like, if you're saying I'm actually somebody, it feels like you're just immediately lying to me. Oh, you did DM me. Okay, so that was you. Okay. All right. Well, if that's the case, I just sent you the game. So let's get it on. Yeah, I definitely need Slippy games for sure. Something you've already mentioned, but is there any reason that you don't run Throw Dagger? Because in my opinion, it's too versatile to not use, basically acting as a second Flick Knives. So Potato, I'm trying it without any blues just to see how it feels. But like, I think that if Yellow Brand with Cinderclaw does not immediately perform tonight while we're testing it, we're going back to blue Throw Dagger because I really like Throw Dagger a lot. I think Throw Dagger is a very, very good card. All right, so against Dashio, we want to be on defense reactions and we want to be on Warmonger's diplomacies. We can try to make Dodge turn just a little bit slower here by playing the game this way. So this is what we're going to aim for this game. All right, so we're playing against Dashio. We are going second, which is not great. I would definitely pick to go first in this matchup, but beggars and choosers and all that. Yo, what's up, Wally? Hold me now, I'm 6 feet from the edge and I'm thinking. Is this a quote? Is this a quote? Did I miss something? Throw Dagger is really good, Connor, I agree. Cinderclaw seems important for being a Draconic starter. Yeah, I agree. I don't want to cut too many. Uh-oh, this is probably not good. I guess we'll just block like this. Hopefully there's not another one incoming. Like, that's definitely the vibes I get. We'll block 3. I would like to keep one of my Creative Fealty cards. Okay, finds a Cerebellum Processor off the top of the deck. I'm assuming it's going to be no crank and pass in Arsenal, to be honest, because this is a very good setup turn. And Dodge is probably just pretty happy to just, like, let this happen. Have you seen K-pop Demon Hunters? I don't know what Demon Hunters is. I'm sorry. Is that a TV show? Is that a TV show? Oh, it's Creed? Yo, I actually love Creed. I actually really like Creed songs. Like, Creed's one of those bands that gets a lot of hate for no reason, in my opinion. In my humble opinion. It's a Netflix movie? Yeah, no, I have not seen it. Is it, like, I mean, I'm assuming you like it if you're asking me about it. What an interesting hand. So we get to go pitch Ravenous Rabble to Kunai Retribution, display Loyalty, flick Knives, flick the Dagger to gain a resource, Art of the Dragonfire. Seems like a fine play here. Yeah, it was good? Okay. I've heard it's got animation quality similar to the Spider-Verse, which was really good. So I've actually never seen the Spider-Verse movies, which I've been told is basically a sin, because I've heard they're amazing. I know that the animation quality is really good, though. Creed is peak young me in the car with my older brothers driving. I mean, yeah, I grew up listening to stuff like that. I grew up listening to stuff like that for sure. No, I'm good here. And then let's see how Dodge plays this out. Dodge might just, like, give me a card here, or he might just, like, give me the plating. Is there a red card you can use? Yeah, T-Bone, I guess, which is fine. 2 max V's gone. Get that shit out of here. Creed is not it? Yo. With arms wide open. Under the sunlight. Come on, Martin. You gotta tell me you don't love that, bro. Just giving you a hard time, man. Cream became such a meme they rounded the corner into legend status. I mean, yeah, that's pretty accurate, Scrambles. That's pretty accurate, I agree. Yo, is he about to get me the backup protocol here? That's a spicy meatball. Uh-oh. Yeah, I do need to do that. I'm sorry. I do need to do this. Rut-row, Raggy. Too busy running my trap. And then, should we go 5 or 4? I mean, 4 lets them block with strictly equipment here. If I go 5 here, I think going 5 here is fine, actually, right? Because it actually makes it harder to block, and I can just go ahead and use my flight path if I need to. There's a reason your last name is Cox? Okay, easy, Drew. Easy, Drew. My ears are bleeding. My ears are bleeding. Was a very early plating block. I'm not complaining, though. Wow, interesting. I guess we're just going to Arsenal a cut through. Since we're not going to get a mask here, like, we're just going to Arsenal. We chew through all the equipment there. I mean, I'm assuming Dodge's hand is, like, insane if this is the play. Unfortunately, the Art of the Dragonfire does not keep Mask alive. I wish it did. That would be really good. So we'll just go ahead and set up the cut through. And then next turn should be pretty good. Well, I was hoping it would be pretty good. Man, we have one Draconic card. So, what if I was to... Like, what if we said no blocks this turn? What does our turn look like? We pitch Art of the Dragon Blood to Dagger. It is gain a resource, Dagger. Or if not, we flick to gain a resource. If the second one hits, and then we have Fire Tenant Strike First for 3, Cut Through for 4, it would be Lava Burst for 6, and then it would be end on Art of the Dragonfire. We would have to give up the entire Blood Splattered Vest here. Or we have the option to block with Art of the Dragonfire, and we could go Dagger, Fire Tenant Strike First, Cut Through, Lava Burst. That seems like a better play. Yeah, that seems like a better play here, I think. This is fine. I mean, block 8, attack for 4 seems fine, but it doesn't seem like the best thing we could be doing, because we can block 8 and attack for 4, which is 12, or we can block 3 and attack for 1, 4, 8, and 6 is 14, plus the flick is 15. So we get a 15-point turn versus a 13-point turn the way that I'm trying to play it out. It just depends on... It just depends on, like, you know, like, what does Dodge do with his turn? Because right now it's just been zipper hit, but if we hit some, like, really cool stuff, it could be pretty bad. I accidentally hit the send button instead of the space bar, and it was only 2 words of a whole sentence. Wait, what happened? Generally avoid blocking early versus Dio because Pulse Wave muddles up hand composition. That's fair. That makes sense. That makes sense. We did get a little lucky that, like, we haven't gotten hit here. But yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I assume we're going to go drawing a card here. We're trying to extend our turn. Dodge is doing anything to try and put me on the back foot. There are 0 items over here. So this is a 2 for 5. Like, my headset just said disconnected, and I'm like, bro, you better get it together. You can flick on Fire Tenant and block with Art of the Dragon Blood. Oh, wow, that's actually just better. So I should have blocked earlier. Yeah, no, that's true, because I can attack here, flick, gain a resource, attack, and then cut through and then Lava Burst. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So I should just be 2 higher than I am. Yep. I mean, at that point, we're probably just supposed to take 2 and Arsenal the Art of the Dragon Blood, honestly. Is probably the play. I was assuming their turn ended. I should have waited there.
Freaking go. You love to
Yeah.
see it.
No, Radler, good call. That was a better play. I'm a brand new Cinder player, and I'm still trying to understand how Flamescale Furnace helps us. So Code Reaper, I play it into Prism specifically, is where I like to play that card. I really like that card into Prism, but if I ended up not liking it enough, I may just cut it. I should be at 23 right now. I messed up that turn twice because we could have blocked 3 earlier, but I also could have waited and blocked 3 there. So we just gave up 1 point of value. So if this game comes down to 1 point, we'll know exactly where we lost it. Yeah, I saw Cusco linked it in the Discord. I mean, I guess this way though, like we are gonna end up with 0. We're gonna end up with 0 daggers in play, right? That scares me. I wonder if I'm supposed to use the last counter there to just get that in. See what we mask into. Now we can get one of our daggers back here. So this seems fine. I like this quite a bit. I could have arsenaled this, but I think we're better off just to play this and just like, clearly Dodge doesn't want to block, so let's push all the damage we can here. And now we can get one of our daggers back. Yeah, I saw the spreadsheet where they were talking about like the overall results, and I think Syndra has won like what, like 3 nationals so far? I think is what I saw. Verdance has won 2, Slippy won 1, Prism won 1. Like we have some like weird... We have some weird ones. Are we supposed to block this turn out? Like, knowing that this is their hand, are we supposed to block here? We don't have a very good blocking hand, but, like, it is possible that we could just try to stay alive here. Syndra's won 4. So if I'm basically agreeing to take 8 and go to 14 here. My hand is Ronin Renegade, Cut Through, Ravenous Rabble, Not Flick, and on Warmonger's Diplomacy, depending on how they play it out. I think we're just going to take this out. Yeah, I know that there's the Cog mech, and then I know that, like, I know there's, like, the Cogs Matter -IO deck, and then there's, like, the normal -IO deck. So it is interesting to see that -IO won a Nationals on... with none of the new cards. Basically just playing, like, the OG -IO, which makes sense. Dodge wants to chat. Oh, I think I missed that. Achilles? Achilles. I said that wrong. Achilles. Thank you so much. 9 reds in a row. No. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate that a whole bunch, Achilles. Means a lot. Thank you.
You love to see it.
Yo, Monochrome 94. Thank you so much for the follow on Twitch as well. Back-to-back follows. I appreciate it, guys. Guys, if you're here for the first time, you're new to the channel, we got 3 questions we ask everybody. What's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Tell me about yourself. I would love to get to know you guys. Also, guys, if you're here for the first time, you're new on Twitch, make sure you follow. If you are new on YouTube, make sure you subscribe, like the video. It all goes a long way in helping me out. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm just not sure if stock -IO is amazing right now. Cog in the Machine and Palantir. Oh, yeah. I agree that, like, Cog in the Machine is really good. I don't even know if the new version of the deck is playing Palantir, though, is it? Like, it's probably not even playing Palantir, right? I'm honestly kind of tempted to, like, flick the dagger here. I mean, I think we're going to have to, right? I mean, yeah, we can give this go again. Do I need a resource? We've seen 2 Art of the Dragonfires, 1 Demonstrate Devotion. So we've seen 3 of our 6 1-cost cards in the deck. I think we'll save it in case we need to block with it. Man. I think I want to force a card here, right? Like, I want to force a card. If we had gained a resource, I would be able to get my daggers back, which would be pretty good. Oh, it's unfortunate. Hopefully this is good. Hopefully this matters. Gonna choose war as well. Is there an item over here now? Nothing they can get back. Nothing they can get back. What does my turn look like? I didn't have the resources. Yeah, they can't get back Pounder. It's cost 1 or less. Swinging both the daggers would not have... Swinging both the daggers would not have gotten me... would not have let me take another card out of their hand because they were at 3. So I don't think swinging both the dagger was correct. I can block here, go to 2, which I think is correct. I mean, we're not going to be able to generate another Filthy either way. Dodge just said GG. Yo, there's no shot. Oh, man, that's tough. That's a tough way to lose a game. So if Dodge is able to block 3 and go to, let's see, block 3, go to 2, and then like throw 6 at me, I was at 2, so I would have been in a situation where I was blocking with... I probably would have blocked Shelter and Empowerment. And then from there, I would have just went 3-3 and then pass. Yeah, so Dodge is like unfortunate draw there at the end of the game. Like really cost him that game. Like I don't know if he would have won otherwise, but like yeah, his draw there at the end. Try losing a calling like that. I mean, yeah, dude, that's tough, man. That's tough. Are you able to check the Discord after your game? Yeah, of course. I can check it right now, dude. Absolutely, man. Let me fill out my log here really quick of my testing games that I keep for everybody. And we will get it going. Give me 1 second here. We got a win. Dodge ripped into 3 items with both of us at low life. Cost him the game. Because I think that was a pretty interesting game back and forth overall. So yeah, that was a pretty good back and forth there until that happened. All right, let's check out the Discord here. Let's see what we got going on with Electrum right now. Ayo, look at my man. My man shamelessly plugging, dude. I'm here for it. My man just got his codex journal, dude. Let's go, Electrum. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it, man. It means a whole lot. Guys, for anybody who's not aware, I hadn't planned on talking about this right here, but for anybody who is not aware, exclamation point codex in the chat. The codex journal is a great tool to track your games and keep up with what's going on as you're testing and trying to improve your gameplay. Codex journal gives you a place to keep life totals over here, and it gives you a place to keep up with all of your notes over here. Let's see, we'll make it bigger. Keep up with all your notes over here. Who went first? Who went second? Just things like that, like what you played against, overall stuff, and then you get your life totals over here. So check that out if you haven't yet. Exclamation point codex in the chat. And don't forget, use code AgroBlaze96 to save 10% at checkout. Anyway, now that we've shamelessly plugged sponsors, shout out Thomas at Codex Journals. He is a great guy. All right, so we were able to get a win. Was a close one, though. Dodge made us sweat there, that's for sure. Let's see if we can keep the wins rolling tonight. Oh. I can't believe that. I can't believe Cinder's won 4 nationals. Ooh, this is a fun matchup. I mean, I can, to be honest, but like, I don't know. Like, I can't tell if I was early to the Cinder train for this format or like if I just really played that badly day 2. All right, so we are on 3 Shelter from the Storm in this matchup, and we are on 3 Art of the Dragon scale. No, that's the wrong matchup. I'm not even looking at the right matchup. Ignore me. Hang on. What's this deck called again? Marlin. I'm not on Shelters, it says, for Marlin. It says I am on Art of the Dragon scale and Warmonger's Diplomacy. I don't know if I like that sideboard plan. Like, Warmonger's is like fine. I'm not sure where I was at mentally when I came up with that, so we're gonna try it and see how it feels. but I'm not sold that that is the best thing we can be doing. This hand's kind of not the best, to be honest. This hand's like kind of a little mid. But I think we can go Ravenous Rabble, flick a dagger for cut through, gain a resource into Art of the Dragonfire. Arsenal Blood Runs Deep could be like a pretty good play. Dude, nobody's gonna make excuses. It's just a good aggro deck, bro. When am I ever there mentally is the better question, bro. That's a real talk. I'm still salty of the Aurora shit. Oh, you're fine. Everybody's fine. Everybody's fine. Relax. Relax. Bro, you guys should have just, like, you guys are foreheads. You should have just played Aurora. That was the secret. You guys should have just played Aurora. Like, foreheads. Didooey. Alright, I'm done being toxic. For now. Alright, little flick a dagger action. Hopefully there's no shelter in response here. We are going to gain a resource here. We have played 0 copies of Draconic cards, so this is just going to be big chillin' over here. Hopefully they do not hit us with a... hopefully our opponent does not hit us with a flip us over kind of card. Aurora was overblown with hate? Yeah, I completely agree. Played Aurora from day one, still hurts? Michael, I felt that, bro. I loved Aurora. Aurora had a special place in my heart. I loved Aurora. Like, honestly, probably my favorite aggro deck that's been in the game. I loved Aurora, bro. Loved Aurora. Yo, this hand's insane. We're cooking with cheese. Not only are we cooking with cheese with this hand, yo. Pause, big dog. Nah, this hand's still fine. So, yeah, this hand's great. We're just going to take 7 and give up the Blood Runs Deep. I hate to do this and give him a gold, but it's fine. I'm still salty at juiced by my own schism of chaos. Jody, dude. I'm sorry, man. That was the weirdest game I played all weekend, brother, because like you were up so much at the beginning of that game that I was just going through the motions because I was like, I'm dead. Like, I'm so dead. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, there's nothing I can do to get out of this situation that I'm in. But dude, like, that was the craziest of like between you not drawing up sticks and run, me drawing the shelter at the right time, and then you drawing the schism. Like, I'm telling you, like, God had to be like hand moving the pieces for me to win that game, brother, because like that was crazy. I'm still 2 years without my cards. Aurora players are being babied. Your mom. How about that? Huh? How about them apples? How about them apples, Annabelle? Yeah. I'm just kidding, Annabelle. I understand. It is frustrating. I was like, I like to troll and I give you a hard time, but I understand it is frustrating. I like this a lot because we can play Rabble to force a card and gold-baited hook here. And then we have the ability to... Oh, no. That's bad. And then we actually have the ability to use our fealty token to play Art of the Dragon Scale, which is insanely powerful here. And if they let this hit, we are going to get that gold-baited hook out of here. Actually, we might get the flexors. Quick poll in chat. Hook or flexors? What do you guys think? Aurora's gone. Bring back Artivore. Yo, Jessnick, thank you for the follow on Twitch. And Wit Lucas, thank you for the sub on YouTube. Guys, I really appreciate it. It means a lot. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out and being here. If you're new to the channel, we got 3 questions we ask everybody. What's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Tell me about yourselves. All right, everybody's saying hook. My gut said hook originally, but man, do I want to get that flexors out of here, bro. I missed the question, but hook? I'm here. Oh, no. Oh! Thank you, opponent, for being cash money. Thank you. Shout out Trules11 for being cash money and giving me my daggers back. Heard you're coming to Jackson, Tennessee in October. I'm excited to meet you. I ran by you in Memphis and Vegas, but I get a chance to say hi. Yo, dude, Wit, I'm actually very excited, Wit, to actually be at having a stroke. to be at Canada Collectibles. I've not got to make the announcement yet. I'm waiting on a couple pieces of like marketing art from Michelle, who runs the store. I think owns the store. But I'm very excited to come down to Canada Collectibles and hang out, man. It's supposed to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. For anybody who does not know, I have not got to like make a big post about this yet, but in October at Canada's Collectibles in Jackson, Tennessee, I'm going to be there hanging out, like signing cards, playing games, taking pictures and stuff all day. They have invited me to come down and hang out for the day, so I'm going to come down and hang out and be signing stuff and taking pictures. And if we have some time, I think I'm going to play a few games with everybody hanging out, so it should be a lot of fun. I've played Wrath to success a few times. They discard a card. But yeah, I've played Wrath with success a few times. Like, don't get me wrong, like it's one of those like weird ones where like we can like have some like clunky hands with it, but yeah, like it's pretty good. Get this boomer out of here, dude. Drew's an OG, fam. Drew's an OG, man. Drew's an OG. Should have put a -1 on the quiver. So hang on, let me think for a second, actually. If I block Demonstrate Devotion and Burning Blade Dance, our turn is throw Ravenous Rabble, Arsenal Wrath. If I say no blocks, I go to 28. Yo, let's go. Jesnick with the Prime sub. Yo, thank you so much for the Prime sub. I really appreciate that. It means a whole bunch. Thank you. If I say no blocks and take 5, I'm going to discard the Ravenous Rabble. And then... Or no, I'm going to discard the Demonstrate Devotion. And then it would be Rabble into Burning Blade Dance, but I'm down 5 life. I think I would rather just block 5 and then throw the Rabble and Arsenal Wrath, right? But yes, Annabelle, to answer your question, I've had multiple games of success with Wrath in the deck, especially with the 6-brand with Cinder Claws. It seemed to work pretty well. I was just calling you an OG, fam. Just calling you an OG. I got into Flesh and Blood because I was a longtime MTG 1v1 fan, and a friend showed me Fab, and I was hooked instantly. Another friend literally gave me Rhinar, and I haven't looked back since, and I love chili on my hot dogs. Let's go. Well, Wit, dude, thanks so much for being here. I am also an MTG refugee, so I understand where you're at, man. I understand. I get it. Played Magic for years. Loved Magic. I still play it with friends every now and again, but I am... all Flesh and Blood all the way now, man. So Flesh and Blood's a great game. It's got a great community, and it's a fantastic place to be at. And we're glad you're here and hanging out with us, man. Happy to have you. Yo, this hand is stonks. Stonks, 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 stonks. Yo, let's go, dude. Let's go, dude. This hand's insane. That's right. We're a refugee. Emphasis on the G. Tell them. Tell them. Yo, 131 people hanging out tonight between Twitch and YouTube. Thank you, guys. I appreciate the love. It means a lot. I've noticed that Monday is a big night for all of us to hang out. Admittedly, this hand does get a little bit worse if they take my Oath of Loyalty. Hopefully, they take the Art of the Dragon Scale here. Right? What does our hand look like if they take Oath? I think we're going to block here and just see what they do. Did you see that 8 out of 8 at Pro Tour Final Fantasy was red aggro? That is not true. There was Is It Prowess. At least there was multiple Is It Prowess decks in the Final Fantasy top 8. But I did see that the Pro Tour top 8 for Magic was won by Ken Yukihiro playing mono red aggro. I did see that. Definitely not subbing so I can get better game notes for Cinder, and totally not because I've met you in person. Well, listen, whatever the reason is, Jesnick, I appreciate it, buddy. It means a lot. 4 Is It and 4 mono red was the top 8? Oh, you're saying Is It Prowess is still a red deck? Okay, fine. Fine. Do we just go Dagger, Hot on Their Heels, Blood Runs Deep? into get our daggers back. So if we lead on a dagger, it's a little weird, right? I mean, we could technically utilize the vest here. So I think we can still do the whole play, right? Like this is still fine if I'm understanding this line correctly. I'm going to make sure before I do this. It's going to be Hot on Their Heels, Wrath of Retribution, Dagger, Blood Runs Deep, Get Them Back, Dagger, Dagger, flick this dagger, or it would be activate Kunai and then flick the other dagger. So I would have nothing going in the next turn, but this is like a very, very aggressive turn cycle for us. I don't think we really get a world where we're able to like push Mask of Momentum, but this is a very good hand, I think. Would be like 4 Cinders and 4 Slippies. Admittedly, that does sound terrible. Admittedly, that does sound terrible. I actually started playing when I started playing Magic when Magic Origins came out. So me and some of my friends got the starter decks together, and I was instantly hooked because we went home and we just started playing like the garbage decks against each other, like the garbage starter decks. And the first match I ever watched of competitive Magic the Gathering was Yoel Larson beating Mike Sigrist to win Pro Tour Magic Origins playing Mono Red Aggro. And I have been a Mono Red addict ever since. Line up Syndra, baby! Take them around and wipe them down. Not the horse, Doberman. Now I'm just quoting a bad movie from the 80s. Don't worry about it. Who would want to play red bordered aggro decks, bro? Ian gets it. Ian gets it. So it's Blood Runs Deep. You started playing in Origins? Really, dude? That's hilarious. What a small world. Will you break boots for another dagger swing? Yes, Pata, I will. So I'm gonna do this first because if they don't block here, I do get Mask of Momentum. Interesting. I mean, I guess the game's going very quickly, so like it makes sense. So we're gonna get both of our daggers back. Don't worry, Martin. Next time we get the daggers back, I'm gonna get them back the wrong way just because I love you, Martin. OG Innistrad? I mean, yeah, I'm here for that, dude. Horse is red aggro. The blues are for blocking. The reds are for attacking. I mean, sounds like red aggro to me, dude. I used to jokingly say, if you guys know who Patrick Sullivan is, Patrick Sullivan used to say, man, now I'm kind of wondering if we should just not do anything. Like, just let them waste the flexors, right? Because we can't flick no matter what we do here. Yeah, we're just going to let it go. Like, if they're willing to give up multiple cards, all of their equipment this turn, I'm just going to let it go. I'm willing to keep one dagger to ensure we don't brick next turn, because we took an 8-point life lead. He looks like Toby from The Office. Bro, Carly has been saying that shit since the day she met me. She has literally been saying that Patrick Sullivan looks like Toby from The Office since the day she met me. But Patrick Sullivan, who's like probably one of my favorite Magic players of all time, used to say, oh, they're going to do this and then play 3 of a kind. This is pretty good. Used to say that Mountain and Lightning Bolt was the best combo you needed in Magic. And I got to tell you, those are words to live by. Words to live by. Hey, what's up, Moore? I'm so old I used to play against Sullivan. Dude, Randy's like really making himself sound old here, bro. My man said I'm so old I used to play against Patrick Sullivan. Oh, man, that's hilarious. Should we block here? If we go Ignite, Dagger, Fire Tenant Strike first, Brand, we can flick the dagger to keep Mask alive, Arsenal this. Nah, we'll just take 3. This is fine. Like, there's nothing else they're doing this turn, so, like, I think I'm okay with just letting this happen. And now from here, every time they want to stop Mask the rest of the game, it's a card the rest of the way. I won the Gatecrash pre-release off of an Orzhov pack, Obsidat, Ghost Council, and a second. Oh, wow. That's crazy, dude. Planning on Kasai for the Battle Harden this weekend if I can find the cards. Yo, Babar, where is there a Battle Harden this weekend? And why do I have plans all of a sudden to go to a Battle Harden this weekend? Carly, do we have plans this weekend? Would you care if I went to a Battle Harden? I never made the correlation, but that hits hard. Wait, what correlation? What did I miss? Martin, did you send a message before that I missed? What did I miss? Oh, yo, it's in Houston? Oh, man, I can't get to Houston. Man, your boy, listen. As much as your boy loves to play Flesh and Blood, your boy has no money because he spent all this money going to Singapore. So maybe we ain't going to Houston this weekend. As much as I would love to just, like, take a half day on Friday, fly out and play in a Battle Harden this weekend, that is not on the menu for me this weekend. Sullivan and Toby. Oh, dude, Carly has been saying that to me since, like, we started dating. And the first time she said it to me, I was just like, no. I was like, you stop that. You stop that. Because I love Patrick Sullivan. I always have. Is there any way to make this work? I don't think so, right? So we're going to have to go Ignite, Dagger, Fire Tenant Strike first, Blaze Headlong. We can flick. Oh, I guess we're going to get whatever they leave us with, actually. Yeah, no, we're good. We're good. Take 8. It's fine. Wow. Yo, Annabelle's throwing some serious shade this evening. Could have gone if you were a better Fab player and Cash Nats. Damn. I mean, Carly, get the fucking peroxide because Jesus Christ. Oh my God. You boys over here bleeding on the side of the road. So how does this turn cycle look? Can we play this now, or are we just SOL here? So it's Ignite, Dagger, Blaze, Brand. Like, I don't think we can make this work here, unfortunately. Unless we're not gonna play... We could not play the Blaze Headlong, I guess. That doesn't feel right, though. That does not feel right. Listen, I know that, like, you know, the sick burns are sent with love. I know they're sent with love. I guess we'll play Brand here. And then I guess we can just throw the Art of the Dragonfire, right? No, we shouldn't, though. Because we're going to flick the Dagger here. We're going to flick this here to keep Mask of Momentum alive. Which is going to put... So playing Blaze Headlong is Mask or 2 cards out of their hand unless they have a Return Fire. There's only... Have they only blocked with the 1? Man, letting this get covered up by a Return Fire would feel bad. I think this is correct because theoretically, this is 2 cards out of their hand. Art of the Dragonfire is also 2 cards out of their hand. But getting 2 cards out and then just being able to Arsenal this is really good. Hey, what up, Sean? Pending wife approval? Death. I appreciate it, buddy. I appreciate it. Forget peroxide. You need silver sulfadiazine? Yo, what? What even is that? I don't think there was a way to, like, get the art value, right? I don't think we could get the value out of art and get the value out of the Ignite. Although, this hand is Pogorino, big dog. Yo, oh, it's Burn Cream? Yo, Morag just throwing out these big ass words making me look stupid. You couldn't just say burn cream, could you? Jesus. So not only did I get torched alive for not doing well at Nats, but now I look like an idiot. No, I'm just kidding. We're probably not going to get Mask, right? So like blocking Mask here is fine. I mean, we could keep it for one more thing, but there's no reason to. So they make the gold. This hand's going to be pretty good. We're going to lead on the daggers here. There's no reason not to. Like, there was never a chance we were getting masked this turn regardless, so... plus, the dagger hitting automatically turns on our cut through, which is pretty solid. Look like an idiot more than usual is big facts, bro. Big facts. Big facts. I mean, again, you know, you didn't have to say it, but still, big facts. I guess let's just go ahead and come over the top here, and we'll see what we get. I mean, that's a pretty great arsenal. That is a pretty great arsenal. We'll just go ahead and flick the dagger. Put them down to 3. We might as well. And then it's just going to go ahead and be Brand. This puts them to 1. Both of their cards have to be able to block this, or they are dead skis. And then next turn, we have a pretty solid turn. Oh, they're just taking 5. Wait, do they have 2/2 blocks? Oh, okay, nice. Okay. So yeah, they were dead no matter what there. It didn't really matter. We were in a good spot no matter what there. Oh, listen, I'm here. I'm glad that you guys are here for the roast, you know? Like, I'm glad. I'm glad you guys are here for the roast. Thoughts on Syndra versus Fi? I think that both Syndra and Fi have good Verdance, Great, and Gravy matchups. I think it's just like, I think the fact that like Flick Knives being able to keep Mask of Momentum alive inside of Syndra is just that much better, has been my experience so far. But I haven't tested a ton of Fi, if I'm being honest. We played Marlin. We went first. We did get the win. Was able to get ahead early with good power, and Mom Op gave up equipment with us in the teens, which allowed me to force 3 cards almost every turn after. So the fact that our opponent was willing to block with all of their equipment on that 1 turn cycle really gave us all of the room that we needed to just continue pushing as much as we wanted to there, really trying to keep them down and on the back foot there. I am trying to get clipped for the intermission part, and I can only do that being an asshole. I mean, listen, you're well on your way, Annabelle. You're well on your way for getting there. I mean, listen, we might include that one. We might include that. My take on the 2 is Syndra has a higher ceiling and more consistent main deck, but Fi has a better fridge for emergencies. It is less soft than the Jarl. So let's take a minute to break this down for anybody who's curious, since Martin brings up a really interesting question. We're going to talk about this, and I'm going to use the bathroom. So when we talk about Syndra versus Fi, Syndra 100% to Morag's point has a higher ceiling. I think it was Morag that said that. Yeah. Has a higher ceiling. So you're able to get more aggressive, and you're able to race aggro decks better. If you start playing Fi, you are giving up points. I think you have a bad Syndra matchup. I think you have a pretty bad Dio matchup. Like any other like serious aggro deck, I think you struggle into, because normally their ceiling is just higher than yours. When we talk about Fi, and Cusco has said this multiple times on stream, Fi did really well during like this mid-rangey meta, where Fi was able to be like, oh, well, I'm going to throw some 3s and 4s at you, use my weapon consistently, I'm going to play 15 to 18 blues in my deck, and then I'm going to be in this situation where I'm able to like whittle you down slowly, block efficiently with cards like Sink Below, Reinforce the Line, and I'm just going to play this mid-rangey grindy game. If you are going to a tournament and you are expecting to see these mid-rangey decks all weekend like Florian, and you are expecting to see things like Jarl, I would tell you to play Fi. But with Gravy and Verdance being the #1 picks in the meta, I think Syndra is a better pick for you, and I think that makes her a little bit worse. So that is like the expanded, deeper thoughts on why I think what I think. You know, you could just tag me directly if you wanted me to watch a stream. Mara calling me out. Listen, Mara, if they reprint Dromai, you're gonna have to come on and like do like a stream. You know that, right? Like we're gonna have like the Dromai special stream where you like walk me through everything and we just like play Dromai games for like hours. That's gonna have to be the new thing. As a Verdance and Slippy player, please play Fi. That's funny. Guys, we're going to take a small break here. I'm going to run to the bathroom really quick. So give me like 2 minutes. And when I come back, we're going to be playing more Syndra. Thanks for hanging out tonight, guys. Kyle requested 5 subs of water. Fucking weeb. It was not water. That was not water.
Oh, here, have some water.
I was lied to. The lies. Yo, only 4 cups? Listen at this man. That is 4 full cups, Cusco. This fucking guy, bro. This fucking guy. What? Rookie numbers? Bro, Cusco's out here. Look, this motherfucker's just sitting over there with a pot of sauce going, oh yeah, I'm stirring that shit up, baby. I'm stirring it up. Oh my God, we're going crazy tonight. This is as close as I'm ever going to get to going Super Saiyan right now. So I just need you all to know how, like, back-to-back Command and Conquer pummel turns in back-to-back games. And you know what? Just like Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm not fucking leaving. That's right. This is the kind of content we're looking for right here. The fab tutorials that blow your mind. Blow your mind. The recipe is literally just vodka and Sprite and some Mio. You know, it's the water flavoring things. You know, like the little like squirt. You like squirt the little water. Okay, so while I was gone, Mara said if they reprint Dromai, I'm going to have to go on tour for like every podcast and streamer. Tell you what, Mara, how much to be first? Like, we'll just throw it out there right now. How much to be first? We're just biding our time until the dragons fly again. Like, how much to be the first person? Okay, first off, this person's playing Mario with Mario Party as their name. Absolutely love this name, by the way. Absolutely love this name. This is a Shelter and Art of the Dragon scale matchup. I don't even need to look at anything else. I automatically know what we're boarding in this matchup, and we're going to try and get a W here. I think you're going to have to fight with Sam for that. Listen, I can buy Sam too. I mean, depending on, you know, how much it is. I can try to buy Sam too. Sam, are you here tonight? 3 floating already called dibs on that? I mean, 3 floating can probably offer you more financial support than I can. This is an interesting choice. So, Fire Tenant Strike first, into Ronin Renegade, into Cut Through. No Dagger, Arsenal, Art of the Dragonfire. This is a perplexing hand. I mean, we could flick a dagger and throw Art of the Dragonfire to try and push Mask if it's still there. Live streamed boxing match for the rights. Yo, I'm gonna be honest, Sam's such a fun person. Like, I think just like having a boxing match with Sam would be hilarious. I would be in. Nah, you know what? Sam's probably like low key, like some like really like tactical fighter, and I would just get absolutely like walloped. Is probably what would happen. Like, Sam's probably like been like practicing and training for years waiting for this moment. Are we gonna utilize the vest here? Probably not, right? I mean, we could just throw the 1 for 5 and Arsenal the Cut Through here. Yeah, I like having the Cut Through better, I think. Like, we're not going to get Mask of Momentum here, so we might as well just throw the 1 for 5 and just let this go, I think. Make me fight Hawk? No, come on, dude. What? You guys are going to make me fight, like, the actual, like... I mean, dude, I'm not going to lie. Like, Hawk is my second favorite character from the show, so, like, I would just, like, melt if I had to fight Hawk, bro. I mean, one, he would, like, absolutely roll me. But, like... I don't know who I'm kidding. I would probably lose a fight to anybody in the Flesh and Blood community. I am, like, not a fighter at all. Like, when I go to the gym, I, like, walk on the treadmill. Like, that's my idea of, like, walking, you know? Like, that's my idea of, like, exercising, is I, like, go to, like, hang out and, like, walk on the treadmill. Brother. Yo, y'all are gonna make me fight Hawk? Have you seen Sam on the new season of Criminal Minds? He's not happy. Go Lucky Sam we all love. Wait, on the new season of Criminal Minds. Wait, what? What are we talking about? I could take a brick. I mean, I might have a better chance of winning a fight against him if I just, like, hit him with a brick. Uh-oh. Oh, no. This is that voice in my head that I just keep hearing where it's like, oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Yeah, they're going to take the Wrath of Retribution every time here. Or the Brand. Actually, the Brand is the pick. The Brand is definitely the pick. I understood why they took it, but it's wrong, technically. Yo, Brick said I'm there. Why not Big Dragon Syndra? Yo, Darkodius, I'm in. You put Big Dragon Syndra together and we'll play it, bro. You put it together with legal cards and we'll play it. Also, Mark, what's up, dude? Sam is an actor too. He's a bad guy on the show. Oh, I did not know that. Interesting. Brick said who? A time and a place. I'm there. Assassin patented 3-card 6 somehow still good. Assassin is the only hero that can hit me for 6 damage and make me feel like I'm just actively losing the game. It's terrible. It's terrible. I hate it. I hate it. Okay. Show me what you got. Hit him with another 4. Prank him, John. No. No, this isn't fair. No, this isn't fair. This is just mean. They're not supposed to have 2 0 for 4s. Jesus. Lydia, listen. All right, we got our daggers back the wrong way because we love Martin. We're here for Martin. I want you to know that I wrote a 5-page long brief history of Tamai to give to that random dude in purple Discord. Oh my god. Yo, Tom, dude, you absolutely rolled me yesterday, brother. I mean, yeah, like GG's, man, for sure. But like, brother, like it was... You gave me the whole thing, the whole enchilada, brother. That was crazy. I haven't been rolled that bad in a long time. Hey, what's up, Kit? I think that was like fused Oakenold into like more nonsense. Like, I know this is a lot of damage, but this is fine, right? Because we have a pretty good hand. So it's Brand, Rabble, Brand, Flick, Art of the Dragon Scale. I think this is fine. Oh, getting the daggers back the wrong way is like specifically for Martin. The first time I ever got the daggers back the wrong way, it was total accident, and everybody was like, why did you do that? And I was like, I don't know, because I'm a Bagnon, I guess. And then Martin was like, don't listen to him. We love it. We love it. Did he just flip in the trapdoor on defense? Yo, this is not what I would call very cash money of you, pal. All right, 4 go again, looking good. 4 go again, looking good. I want to see how much you shit talked me. 2 turns of dominated mangled. Yeah, a high rolled really hard. I mean, I feel like you had... I didn't feel like it was like a crazy high roll, to be honest. I don't know. Maybe I need to reevaluate how I feel about like that deck and being high rolled, because I didn't really feel like I got high rolled that badly, but maybe I did. Like, if you're telling me it was a high roll, then I believe you. Get marked automatically, and then prank him, John. Art of the Dragon Scale to get that Flick Knives. Give me the Flick Knives. And they've already gotten value out of it, so maybe it's not even that good. Maybe, like, what? I mean, I'm assuming Flick Knives is the pick here. Is there ever a world where we get Tunic? I'm assuming that since they have so many, like, upsticks, it makes more sense to, like, just get Flick Knives here if they give us the option. I'm kind of hoping they block 5. I know that would leave us down 7 points, but I think ultimately that leaves us in a better place. This is also Mask of Momentum, which is relevant. Backwards Daggers is like running with scissors. I mean, listen, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I like the chaos. Let the chaos ensue. We can ask Jody. He might let us borrow his Schism of Chaos. I'm sorry, Jody. I'm sorry. Jody's just out here catching strays for no reason, bro. For absolutely no reason. We're playing against Mario. We went first, which is not good. I would rather go second if I can, but we did go first here. I've done some changes to my victory list. Are you okay to do some tests? Yeah, you mean like play a game kit? Is that what you mean? Ram with scissors all the time and I'm fine. I don't think that should be the takeaway, Annabelle. I'm going to be honest. I don't think that should be the takeaway. Michael said run with those scissors, baby. Dude, y'all crack me up sometimes. Y'all absolutely crack me up, bro. Is it just going to be... Oh, God. I mean, the problem here is that, like, they're just somehow blocking so efficiently. Like, how the hell did we just... Like, we're getting hit by a 2-card 8. What the actual fuck? Is this hand even that good? Like, are we just supposed to block 8 here? I mean, I want to get unmarked, I think, but we could take 8. So if we take 8, it's cut through, flick knives, blaze, blood runs deep. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I'm down to test one after this for sure, dude. My man said, yeah, you can have it, dude. Yo, the fuck? Stop attacking me! I mean, it's a very smart play, actually. I actually think it's a very intelligent play of them to just, like, actually throw that. That we've seen 2 shelters is the reason I feel so comfortable making this play. If they have the 3rd shelter, we'll just cry. Do we want to throw the other dagger in there for a resource? Probably not, right? Probably not. This is a 2-card block to be able to stop this. Or it's card and tunic, I guess. They're giving us mask or giving us 2 cards here, guaranteed. This guy's high rolling his dick off. Oh, imagine if warriors were half as good as Mario. Dude, I feel like this is like, oh wait, we've already flicked, so we can't even keep this alive. So yeah, he's gonna get to keep 3 cards. This is not good. Is there a world? No, right? There's no is the answer. We're not gonna gain a resource. We're just gonna push damage here. Because we had to use flick early in the turn, which I completely forgot about, we were not able to keep it rolling there. Get the daggers back the wrong way. We're here for it. We're going to continue to run with scissors. It also doesn't help that we haven't seen a D-react in, like, you know, the first, like, 4 turns of the game, which we're playing an aggro deck. There's no guarantee, right? I think I'm going to block this. I think I'm going to stay unmarked here. All right, cool. Or, you know... Never mind. Didn't matter. I just don't think we can continue to take 4 here is the problem. The problem is it doesn't really matter what we do. We're just pretty much always in a bad spot. Yo, lose a life? Ugh, this sucks. I mean, we just have to Arsenal the Ignite and try to, like, find a better hand. But the problem is there's never going to be a better hand. Holy Toledo, this hand is not good. Wouldn't it be better if you made the first attack Draconic so that you could play Blood Runs Deep before Blaze? Yes, Lucas, that would have been a better play. I should have used my fealty token. I like to save my fealty tokens, but I think in a situation like that, yeah, you're right, Lucas, it would have been better. Hey, what's up, Billy? I mean, we are definitely getting juiced right now, that's for sure. We're definitely getting juiced right now, but that's okay. See, the thing that I hate about this is, like, this is probably just snaps, right? Actually, it's probably not, because he only needs one reaction is the problem. Like, there's only needs to be one reaction. If meta is Syndra over Verdance, I mean, yeah, taking Victor is more viable, but I'm locked in. We're playing Syndra. We're going to play Syndra in Singapore, and that's going to be that. Like, he only needs one, like, reaction. So, like, what? One reaction takes this to 7. I mean, we're just straight up better to block like this and force them to have a different reaction. We're fucking dead, probably. See, and this is the problem. I think we have to. I know this puts us to 6, but I think we have to get unmarked here. Codex into Command and Conquer. Okay. So there was actually 0 attack reactions in hand. Interesting. That puts us to 4 off the flick and the losing a life, and we're just going to pass. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how dead would you say we are this turn, guys? Can we ban Assassin as a class? I would happily do that. I would happily do that. All right. One, two. I think we're better off to block here, right? I think we're better off to block there. 8.93, 12, and 9. I feel like those are all very solid answers. Those are all answers I'm here for. All answers I'm here for. I just feel like we have to keep Mask. Like, we have to try and pressure Mask. Let's block like this. I know that keeping the display loyalty is, like, better for fealty purposes, but at this point, I'm worried about more, like, dead purposes. We need less Assassins and more Olympia support. I mean, I like Olympia. I think Olympia is fun. Let's chill. Huntsman can stay. I mean, there's no point in playing this out, right? It doesn't do anything for us is the problem. Give me Teklo support, you cowards. Hey, what's up, Setsu? I think we're gonna take one here. I mean, we're just always dead to the pump, so I'm never gonna play around it. We do not need the second one of these. We don't have a way to turn this Draconic, so it doesn't really matter. So Flick would put us to 2, and then that would kill us. Oh, yep. That also just kills us. Man, that game was a shellacking. That early game value, we just got kind of like messed up here, like turns 4 through 5. Our opponent drew very well and played very well, and we just kind of fell short. I know that Kit asked for a Victor game. Kit, if you still want to play one, I would love a Victor game, actually. I would love a Victor game. All right, let's go. We lost against Mario, fell behind early, and wasn't able to crawl back. Up had very good 2-card hands on turn 4 and 5 to pull away. Yeah, I was really hoping we were going to be able to force more cards there on like that pivotal turn in the middle, but we just weren't able to, unfortunately. And it was just kind of awkward. Yo, what up, Taylor? I unironically might main Huntsman, though. I'll be able to play him for a decade. I mean, if you're looking to get into the game and like have something to play forever, it's a good plan. Zuri isn't useless. She just requires an extremely focused meta and can just hate out that one top deck. Hilariously, she fulfills the assassin fantasy of hunting a specific target. That actually makes sense, Morag. I'm 50-50 with Victor into Gravy. Thought about bringing Victor to Battle-Hardened Houston this weekend, but also thinking about Syndra. I'm just worried that the matchup against Gravy is tough. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's definitely an uphill battle as Victor, but I don't think it's as bad as everyone thinks it is. You get like a lot of go again, and you also get some like good tech cards with batter to a pulp. So I think that like Gravy is fine. If you were taking Victor to Battle-Hardened Houston this weekend, my biggest concern that I would tell you about is I would be more concerned about Verdance than I would Gravy. I'm going to give Kit just a second here to see if he's still hanging out. Because if he is, then we'll like get another game here. But if not, we'll just jump in and queue into somebody else. Also, Twitch chat's down. Big Sag. You hate to see it. Let's see. Twitch is still live. It's just not connected for some reason. It doesn't connect here in just a second. Yeah, there it goes. I was like, I'll pop it back in. All right, Kit's still here? Dude, let's go. I'll make a game for us really quick and shoot you the link. Because I was like, unless I'm like smoking crack, Kit, you're in the Discord. I was like, I feel like most people who hang out are in the Discord. By the way, guys, if you're not in the Discord, would love to have you in the Discord. !Discord in the chat will get you a link to it. We'd love to have you. We'd love to hang out with you. We are always big chilling in the Discord. Plus, after Singapore, we're going to run our next Talishar tournament of this year. I haven't not exactly figured out the weekends or when that's going to be because I'm trying to work around ProQuest season. But we are going to run the second ProQuest, or the second Talishar tournament. What do you want to see from the Singapore keynotes? Ooh, what do I want to see from the Singapore keynotes? Wizard hate. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, you have an idea for it? All right, Josh, shoot it to me, man. I gotta look at my Victor sideboard. This is a matchup I need more reps into. So it says we're supposed to go second, which we're going first. Big Sag. We are going to be on Art of the Dragon Scale, and we're going to be on Shelters. And then we're just going to try and run them over. We are playing Lynx, though. This is definitely a Mask of the Pouncing Lynx matchup. Because as Victor, he's going to block a whole bunch. So we want to use Lynx to try and get ahead here. Let's see. This is not a Furnace matchup. At least I don't have it as a Furnace matchup. We're just going to pass. And I'm not going to give Kid a chance to like really try and like block or like have any clashes or anything. Oh, it doesn't matter. We're just getting juiced. Getting absolutely juiced by Goldman Estate to start it off. You love to see it. I think we're going to keep our hand here. And we're just going to play the Shelter, and we're just going to try to get ahead. There's a pummel, it feels bad. I was like, there was a pause there. Can we run another LL tournament? I don't have anything against that. Ooh, Project Blue would be a lot of fun. Project Blue would be really cool. So we're going to go 4. We're going to say no. I'm going to leave this turned on the whole time. And then it's going to be 4. I'm curious to see how Kit's going to block here. We have an Art of the Dragon Blood on top of our deck. It appears he's not going to. Actually, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm going to undo here, kid. I apologize. I would like to be able to flick here because I'm going to flick and gain a resource to throw this. I was debating like the ways that we could play through this turn and make things happen here, but I think that this is fine, right? Because like Kit could have a really strong hand, and I'm sure that they do. Is there any world we just want to like go Dagger, Burning Blade into like Link something and just like make something else just a little bit better here and try to go all in on the Link's turn? Because it feels like this is definitely a turn where Kit does not want to block. So I think we're going to try and go for something like this. We could gain a resource here and just go Burning Blade Dance into Art of the Dragon Scale. I'm skeptical. Yeah, I think we'll just throw Burning Blade Dance, see if Kit wants to block. I was like, if Kit had a card, like a Clash card that they wanted to block with, they would. And then we're going to go Art of the Dragon Scale for 5. Just push as much damage as we can. We're not going to have any daggers, which is kind of tough, but I don't know. This is an actual Might token, yes. I think it's from Mansant, if I remember correctly. I think that's what that's from. No, we're not going to do this. I'm not going to give go again, and we're just going to pass. I think I'm actually just okay with this, right? I think I'm actually just okay with this. Kind of wish we had a fealty token in play. What is Verdance? We're playing the gym lottery? What is Verdance? LOL. Please don't make me play 20 health heroes. Why, Annabelle? I think Project Blue could be a very fun like tournament format to have. I feel like there probably should have been like a block with the Righteous Cleansing, and just throw Chokeslam for 11 would have been just a little bit better. So it's going to be, so we can go Ronin Renegade, Brand, Art of the Dragon Scale to try and get some value. And then we can get our daggers back and flick and then try to like mask into something else if we wanted to. Or we could just go Brand, Art of the Dragon Blood, Ronin Renegade, get our daggers back, flick, throw Art of the Dragon Scale, use Flight Path if we wanted to. I should have blocked with Flight Path last turn. That was a mistake. So I think because of that, we're going to set up just a little bit here. And by setup, I mean get my daggers back. If you make me play, I'll just ruin it again on Oldham. At Project Blue, I will find another way to cringe. You've been warned. I mean, listen, I'm not playing. You're not bothering me. I'm hosting the whole thing. No, we're not going to do this. Art of the Dragon Blood for 4 feels pretty good here. We do have to worry about all of the equipment on Kit's side of the table. We're going to go Ronin Renegade for 3 go again. We'll get our daggers back the right way this time. Let everybody keep a little bit of sanity here. Since this is coming up, I'm a little worried about the Command and Conquer Pummel. So I think we're just gonna we're gonna lean into the Daniel Rudkowski way of life and thinking here, and we're just gonna say no blocks. Or I'm sorry, we're not gonna Arsenal anything. We're just going to play out 4-card hands as much as we can this game. When I make it to a finals, when I make it to a 2-hour fatigue fest again, listen, Annabelle. We'll skip the round without you. No, I'm kidding. I would never do that to you. Mark said, no, I don't want my sanity. I want to keep running with scissors. I mean, I felt that, though. All right, Kit's willing to fall down to 13 here. I'm kind of thinking we're just gonna block 6 with Blood Runs Deep and Hot on their heels, and then we're gonna throw 4 Arsenal to cut through. Kit just said I would love to see any of my block cards right about now. I think Arsenaling the cut through is fine, right? Like, we can take 3, try to set up for something else. Tell start turning with only gravy? Yo, Silly's being silly out here is what's happening, bro. I mean, to be fair, like, it's turn 4, like, and he's not seen 1. Like, it's pretty low odds of something like that happening. There's probably a test of strength, though. Yeah, see, you're good, man. Come on. No, I was like, reclash. Really hope that he throws the Righteous Cleansing at me again, if I'm being honest. Kind of hoping to, like, set up and just kind of go ham this turn. Yeah, see, this is great. Please no Command and Conquer Pummel. See, this is so okay with me because we can't be pummeled. Our hand is really, really powerful. So our hand is going to be Brand with Cinderclaw into... We're going to pitch the Lava Burst to get a different Lava Burst. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to pitch the Demonstrate Devotion this turn. Could we block with the Demonstrate Devotion? So we're definitely blocking here, right? We're going to tell Kit that we're thinking here for a second. Now, there's a lot of equipment on the line, so, like, he could block a lot, right? Brand, Blaze. It would be Brand, Cut Through, Flick, Blaze, Lava Burst. I mean, we could use this for an extra point of damage on the attack here. Or we could block 2. So it's 1 more point or 2 more points of defense, right? Because there's no way to, like, really get this going. We could Arsenal it, I suppose. So it would be 3, 4, 4, 5, Mask on anything, Snap 5. I think we'll take 9. I think this is fine. I mean, you've done very well with, like, the slower fatiguey decks. There's nothing wrong with that, Annabelle. You know, like, there are control players in every game, and that's okay. Takes an Oath of Loyalty off the top of the deck. That math do be mathing. We're going to lead here pretty early. I love that we're getting cards out of the way now. We're just going to go ahead and flick the dagger because I want to see if there's a shelter. More than likely there's not, but we just want to make sure. Cut Through for 4 is pretty solid here. We're going to take Mask of the Pouncing Lynx on the first thing that hits. It does not matter what it is. This is our turn. We're going to get aggressive. We're going to go ahead and get the second Lava Burst. We could go get a Blood Runs Deep and get, like, some extra flick value. So we have 1 dagger in play, which means this is worth 3 points, or this is worth 5. Blaze Headlong. So that would be 2 points plus the 4 from hand. Or it would be 5, so we're taking 1 additional point this turn, as opposed to arsenaling to Demonstrate Devotion. Okay, I don't hate that. Oh, Carly's playing Rivals in the other room. I can hear it. I mean, I guess since we're getting our daggers back, it's probably just better that way, right? Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, Ignite would be 1 additional point this turn. So we're going to give this go again here. This is our turn we were looking for. The Ignite definitely adds, yeah, 1 more point to this turn. Ignite also saves Scalers, but we're just okay with getting rid of Scalers here, right? Like, this is fine. All right, we'll go back to Chaos for everybody. But it does save it for a potentially better turn somewhere else down the line. So I hear what you're saying. Yeah. Hey, Darkodius, I meant to ask you today, are you going to Singapore? Is Agroblaze 69 your alter ego? Bro, Agroblaze 69 is Taylor Crawford, bro. He's a real baller for it, too. Nope. Sag. Mark said chaos. I got American filtered, not Scottish filtered for once. What the hell does that mean? What did you talk about? Never mind. That was a little dark. That joke was a little dark for me. Yeah, so whatever's happening, it's not even getting held for me to mod. It's getting held by, like, YouTube. So, like, I can't even like have anything to say with what's holding, like what's stopping your message. What? So it's pitch shelter for dagger. It's pitch Art of the Dragonfire for demonstrate devotion. Crack the fealty Art of the Dragonfire. Hang on, we're gonna think through this one for a second. Because it would be 1, 4, and 7 is 12, 13 points. And we have nothing for next turn. Feels like there should be a way to play the Wrath here. Pitch the shelter for dagger. Pitch this for demonstrate devotion. Pitch this for Wrath would be 1, 5, 8, 9. Flick this, get it back 11. So it's better to play the first word. So it's better to play it the first way. All right. I guess that's what we're going to play here. I said pow pow instead of a swear word. I'm surprised it held you for that. I mean, honestly, to be fair, I'm kind of surprised it holds you for anything that you say sometimes. Because, like, I mean, it would make more sense if, like, some of the things you say, like, having a mod approve it makes sense in my head. Because I'm like, okay, like, maybe we don't just want that everywhere. Like, that's fine. And then we're going to crack this to come in with Art of the Dragonfire. I would love to be able to play the Wrath this turn or Arsenal something, but I think this is the best line we have. So here we're going to flick the dagger, get the dagger back, and then Kit's going to fall down to 3. There is no pummel here. If we take 6, what is our hand? It is 3, flick a dagger 4, pitch hot on their heels 4. So we get to take 3 cards out of the hand. We have to plan on them having a clash card. So we have to plan on them having 2 cards in hand plus Tunic available. And they're going to fall to 2 or 1. Depending on whether they give up shield or another card, or if they have a 4 block in hand. No, I didn't literally say pow pow, but the thing that goes pow pow. Oh, you said gun? Oh, that was, yeah, I mean, I honestly, like, with the state of our world, I'm not surprised that YouTube held gun, to be honest. If I block 3, I can go 3. I can block 3, take 3, go to 9, and then go 4 and 4. I think it's better to just take 6 here, right? Because if I take 6, it's 3, 4, 4. Since we can't get pummeled here. Three, 1, 4, 4. I'm assuming the 1 is your flick, is what you're saying there, Adir. Hey, Pedro, what's up, buddy? So I like Mask of the Pouncing Lynx in matchups where, like, your opponent's blocking a lot. Like Victor, Bravo is a very good one. Florian are some good ones. For what it's worth, not that I'm like trying to push you or press you, but if you are a YouTube member or a Twitch subscriber, you get access to all of my sideboard guides and all of the decks that I play. So you always know, like, what I'm sideboarding and what I'm thinking. Yeah, see, there's the Trounce. And they're going to win. They have a Spinal Crush in hand, which means they can keep a blue card in Spinal Crush. not what I wanted. I wanted to be able to flick there. My bad. Yeah, I like it into matchups where like they're blocking more is the idea. All right. So no shelter. All right. Cut through for 4, go again. This takes a card and shield. And now they have to decide. Go to 1 or not. Give me Tunic? Interesting. Oh, this is so good. I don't think it's good enough, though, right? Or no, they stayed at 2, so they're fine. Well, we needed a shelter to be able to get out of this spot. Yep. And we're just going to take 7. That is how it crumbles. Well played. Man, I thought we had that one. I'm going to be honest. I am going to be honest. Beware, having access to those sideboard guides may in fact make you a worse player. Damn, Darkodius is not pulling any punches tonight. Not pulling any punches tonight. Kit, well played, brother. Well played. I don't know where I went wrong. I mean, we did openly take 6 to try and take all the cards out of the hand that turn because I was expecting the Spinal Crush after the Trounce. If we block 3, we stay at 9 and we throw 4 less points, right? If I block 3, I'm able to go 4, flick, 4, so I throw 3 less points. So I'm able to stay at 9 instead of 6, but I am... Yeah, so maybe not blocking was the mistake there. Either way, Kit, you played really well, man. That was a good game. Did not choose Ignite. Ignite was 1 more point. It does not win us the game. Thought I was going to lose another game on stream. Or just sub because you like aggro. I don't even read his shit. Thanks, Annabelle, I think. Thanks, I think. So the Ignite, so let's talk about the Ignite play for a minute, because you're right. There was like a line where it allowed us to play out the entire hand. That I think that a couple people pointed out there. So if we take the Ignite play, we get to go Ignite into the Demonstrate Devotion, which is 6 points, right? The Lava Burst that I threw was worth 5 points. So I would have gotten 1 more point, which puts Kit to 1, which doesn't actually win us the game. So I don't think it really changes the outcome of the game. There's a world where Kit being lower maybe forces him to block more and puts him in an awkward situation. Or maybe if Kit's like a point lower, I feel more comfortable blocking there and like keeping 1 less card in my hand to play offense with. So it could potentially change other things, but on the surface of that game, it doesn't actually win us the game, just to be fair. All right. Let's see. We played against Victor. We went first. Also going first was a big part of that. I think if we go second, we win that game. Lost to Golden Sun at the end. Could have gotten 1 more point on Mask of Pouncing Link's turn with Ignite, if I can spell Ignite. And could have blocked 3 to stay at 9 and not die to Golden Sun. Would have lost 3 points of offense. So good notes there. It was a really close game. Like, I'm really glad that like the games are like lining up well and like we're getting some good ones, because I feel like it's like really helping like showcase like the deck and like some of its like strengths, weaknesses, things like that. So Victor is a matchup that I feel like Syndra really struggles into. It's a very uphill battle, and there's a lot of things that you have to try and like work through. So it was good to get that game in there. And like losing to the Golden Sun is one of those things to always keep in my mind. I think him having to block earlier and you keeping the boots is scarier to him. It's possible. Also have to keep in mind you lose 4 damage on the next turn with that line. That's true, Justin. We do give up the 4 points there. So we're actually getting less points out of our mask that way, I think. Ooh, let's go. This should be fun. But yeah, so we're losing 4 points on the following turn, so we're getting less points out of our mask is also a good way to look at that. I threw Ancestral Harmony into your Banish. Was not about to deal with your +1 and draw. Oh, Ancestral Empowerment? Yeah, it was a good hit for sure. Keeping the boots around could have been better though. Like I do not hate the concept that keeping boots around is a better play. Like Darkodius pointed out, because like it could just put us in a better spot. Let's see. So Shelter and Art of the Dragon Scale is our plan into Fang. I like Art of the Dragon Scale in this matchup instead of Lava Vein Loyalty because it allows me to try and snipe the Dynamo situationally. Learning a lot with your stream? Yo, Pata, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Well, I'm glad you're here and hanging out, and I'm glad you're learning something. I try to be as educational as I can be. We'll just go ahead and block with Fire Tenant Strike first. See how they react. If they play something to come over the top, we'll just play the Shelter. Have you seen the Mara Fang deck list? That thing is juiced AF. I have not seen that, actually. I have not seen that. I would be curious to see it, though. I mean, yeah. I think we can just go ahead and cover this up, right? Or are we supposed to take 1, maybe? By, like, using Shelter as Shelter? Or as an instant instead of the defense reaction? Maybe I'm just supposed to say no blocks and play Shelter there? I don't know. Mara has a new Fang list. I love that Mara asked this question. Oh, man. You guys always keep me on my toes, that's for sure. This hand's pretty solid. I like this hand quite a bit. Admittedly, Ronin Renegade could be something a little bit better here. I talked about this earlier in the stream. I'm on Ronin Renegade in my list specifically because I'm looking for consistency in matchups where I think it might be lacking. Imagine if Kiss of Death was Assassin / Ninja. Bro, if we could play Kiss of Death in Syndra, could you imagine flicking that shit, bro? Like, could you imagine? It's just an extra life you lose. I mean, we'd have to find a way to give it go again, right? Like, would it even be that good? Playing Dromai at home, never. I mean, I guess I could have flicked there to try and keep it alive. I don't think it really matters. We are playing Mask of Momentum. I will say one thing that I really like about playing this matchup is that Kabuto scares me less because we're not on Spreading Flames. So, like, there's only one card that they can really just, like, jam value with Kabuto, and we can just block with it. I meant Fang. I remember you calling it that and saying the daggers are your new Ash Wings. I do feel like Mara said that a while back. That does sound like something Mara would say. Does sound like something Mara would say. Can't confirm. All right, we're going to go ahead and make the fealty token, flick a dagger, get it back, and then Arsenal to Shelter. Wonder what they're hanging on to here. I mean, we could have flicked on the last chain link to, like, try and throw one of the daggers and extend the chain by, like, trying to put Mask on again, but I don't really feel like that's correct. I would like to just set up the defense reaction, save my Blood Splattered Vest for a turn that matters. We have a fealty in play, and that's exactly where we want to be. We're about to really put, like, my theory crafting to the test here of do we want to block with Wrath, or do we want to play it and force them to give us Kabuto? We get next to no value out of Fire Vein, but, like, it's fine, right? Yeah, we'll just play this. I mean, it's just like a block. My Fang list is titled Daggers Are Just Stabby Ash Wings, LOL. I mean, yeah, getting go again on Kiss of Death would be the problem, but it would be dope, right? Like, I still think we would try it. I still think we would try it. Yep, 4 on-hit Marcus is fine. I'm totally okay with this. They have yet to set up a fealty token, and, like, we've played 2 turns, so I feel pretty comfortable with this. Now, they could just, like, put 3 into play next turn. That's kind of how the Fang deck goes sometimes. So we're going to go Brand with Cinderclaw for 3. This will more than likely get blocked. Is Syndra best deck in format or Gravy? I personally think Verdance is the best deck in the format, if I'm being honest, Nicholas. I don't think we want to flick here, do we? I don't think we want to flick here. Like, I think this is fine. I do want to flick here. Like, I didn't want to flick on the first one, but I do want to flick here, yes. We are going to gain a resource to be able to throw the dagger here. I would like to force them into, like, blocking our Lava Burst. Yeah, I think Verdance is really good. Marlin's the best deck in the format? I don't know about that. Dory's the best deck in the format? Man, listen. I mean, I think Dory's pretty good. They lose 1 life. Each hero's action phase, they draw a card. So I guess because they've attacked with this, like, what? I am so perplexed by this. He did play the Escalade here. Have I played against Death Dealer Marlin? A few times, yeah. Whenever a hero draws a card during an action phase, they lose a life. So I lose a life for drawing a card. At the beginning of each hero's action phase, they draw a card. So I just draw a card at the beginning of my action phase next turn if this is still in play? And they're basically saying they're going to make me lose a life to be able to, like, draw off Masca momentum here? I don't feel like Escalated Bloodshed is good. Do you think the Guardian Mastery Packs will affect Syndra? Like, do I think that, like, it will affect Syndra in the fact that, like, Guardians will get better and make it a little weird? Yeah, probably. Probably. Like, I think Valda gets a lot of stocks. Like, is this worth snapping here? We could snap this, throw Wrath of Retribution for, like, no value as just a 0 for 3. I just don't think this is worth, right? Like, I think we're just supposed to get a dagger back and then Arsenal to cut through. Because we're just going to draw a card on our next turn, right? Like, we're just going to have an extra card. I'm very perplexed by what's happening. Josh Lau did a very thorough dissection of why Escalate Bloodshed sucks. I mean, if Josh Lau said it's bad, I would take his word for it, right? Everybody's talking about how bad this card is. I just played against Mario, but I'm down. I'm always down to play another game of Mario for sure. I mean, do we just want to give them another card? Like, probably, right? Like, this is super mid here. So, like, maybe we just block here. Maybe we just block here in Flight Path to get value. I have no interest in trying to play this card out because they're playing Kabuto. And we're probably just not going to attack with a weapon so that we can kill this thing. You don't need a thorough dissection to know why it sucks. I've played enough Magic the Gathering to know I'll happily pay 1 life to draw a card. Brother, I remember a time when you could pay 2 life to look at someone's hand and draw a card. Like, that was a time to be alive. Dude, Gitaxian Probe was stupid. Like, I played Infect during that time, and brother, let me tell you, Gitaxian Probe. Gitaxian Probe. I mean, yeah, so this is going to be their second fealty token, right? Unless I'm miscounting here. And then they also lost a life for drawing a card. there. This is so weird. So is this card designed to just perplex your opponent and generate confusion? I mean, yeah, like Psyduck casts confusion and like it's working. We're just gonna draw a card here. Oh, like, ew. Is this good? Hang on. Let me do a think here. So our turn was gonna be we're gonna have to tell them we have to think here. As long as you don't attack with a weapon, right? Did not attack this turn. Okay, so it's brand, cut through. It's going to be flick to gain a resource, crack the fealty for Art of the Dragonblood. If we lead on Oath of Loyalty, we go Oath, brand, cut through. We can flick later, and then we still get value out of that, and then we can arsenal the cut through. I mean, it works with our hand, right? So we should just play it. Yeah, like let me play 54 cards and just get perfect info. I mean, to be fair, like it was playing 56 then because you were playing 4 Gataxian probes. Like I don't know where the 54 comes from. I wish escalated increased the life lost the longer it was on the field. That would be pretty thematic, actually. That would be pretty cool if that was the case. Brand makes our next card we attack with Draconic, which is pretty cool. I think I'm going to flick here. $54 came from the brain fart. LOL. Fair. Valid. I mean, it's been a long time since I played Magic. The last time I played Magic, I went to a local RCQ. Somebody handed me like the red-green tempo deck in that format, and I had literally not played Magic in, I don't know, it had easily been a year, and I top aided just playing the red-green like tempo deck with Slick Shot Show Off or whatever it was called during that format, so it was ridiculous. I also could have, like, I guess not used the Art of the Dragonfire here and played the cut through, but I don't think that's a better play. I think it's a better play to actually play the Art of the Dragonfire and set up the cut through for next turn. Yeah, because fealty on the cut through here feels really bad when we have the Art of the Dragonfire, right? So escalated bloodshed cost them a card, so the card they drew net evened them out. It cost us both 1 life, and I drew an extra card off of it. This cannot be a good card. Like, I know you guys have all said it's terrible. I'm just processing this card, and I'm just like, man, this card is trash. I don't know. Somebody get Josh Lau on the phone. What do you think about Valiant Dynamo? I think it's one of the best equipments ever made. Oh, Valiant Dynamo is easily one of the, like, most broken equipments that, like, is in the game, in my opinion. All right, Chaos Daggers, here it is. But I will say, like, Syndra kind of gets to play her own Valiant Dynamo. Shout out T. Tabo for teaching me this. With the Claw of Vincerikai. You kind of get to, like, play your own cool thing. Yeah, takesies. Takesies. Mark. Yeah, so no Vigor token, no reset of Dynamo, mark me. And my hand is crazy. Our hand's insane. Claw is sick, I agree. I remember being handed Affinity and making Scottish Nationals team member rage quit my first event in a new store. I mean, bro, like, Affinity was stupid. I played the Robots deck. I played the Robots deck. Deck was stupid. Robots was fun, though. I enjoyed that. Yeah, the Claw of Vincerikai is really good. Good thing they played Escalate Bloodshed. Really was amazing. Let him have it, Kevin. Let him have it. No mercy. Sweep the leg. I don't really know what's going on here. I mean, I haven't had a reason to flick yet. Like, there's just been no reason to. Okay. Okay. All right. Then we have 4 going in here. We need to alter a claw, right? Yo, we do need a claw alter, actually. I have not even thought about that, to be honest. But yes, I desperately, your boy desperately needs a claw alter. I do. It's the only, I need that, and I need a marked and a fealty token. That's what I need. I actually could use those for Singapore, since we've officially locked into playing Syndra. Mask of Momentumsies. They clearly don't want to block, so let the good times roll. I mean, this is a massive W. Get our scissors back. We're going to pass on the blood splattered vest, and we're just going to pass here. Can you elaborate about Claw of Vincerikai? I'm not familiar with it. Okay, so Claw of Vincerikai. Actually, you know what? Scribnibble, let me pull it up after this game, and I'll like talk about it, and like we'll just have like a little segment here where we'll talk where we'll talk about the card in general. I'm gonna say no blocks here and just like, you know, doink them with the shelter when they go to play their thing. Because they're gonna play something to give it go again. Oh, dude. Value Town, population us. Doink. Do I want to block with Brand here? Do I want to block with Mask because they're at 9? So we can go Ignite, Dagger, Hot on their heels, Brand. I mean, blocking with Mask seems... We're probably just supposed to give them the fealty, right? Keeping them off of a third fealty when we're up 20 points seems really good. They're at 9. We're never getting this again. This is fine. I don't need a Marvel fealty. I would like to get custom ones. Like, so I have like my custom like headband daggers. I would like to have custom tokens for... I would like to have custom tokens with like the headband on them for like a marked and a fealty token. Because I think we're gonna try and push Mask here with the Brand is the idea. Now, our opponent, like, may not actually, like, even remotely... Well, I guess... I blocked with Mask so that I could keep Brand to try and push Mask. Oh, so I can push damage is what I was trying to say. Sorry, I just want to push extra damage to try and put them behind in any way that I can. There's not really, like... There was no reason to flick when I did. It was stupid. There was no reason to flick when I did. Flicking when I did was me trying to keep Mask alive, but I think it was... Like, I wanted to block there so that I could push damage since they're already at 9. And then this hand should, like, probably end the game, right? This hand seems really good. I mean, yeah. Like, we're at 29. Do your worst. Like, the fact that it's turn 6 and they're just now getting their third fealty, like, means we're winning the game. Stonks is right, dude. Is YouTube just giving you the business? I'm working on the marked and the fealty. I need to message you about some things. Yeah, sure, dude. Shoot me a message. I'm not gonna lie. When you said you need to message me about some things, my brain, like, immediately went to, like, that I, like, shorted you money or something. I really hope I didn't do that. Martin, if I shorted you money, please tell me. I will, like, Venmo you. Like, I will pull, like, I will stop the stream and Venmo you, bro. Like, I feel... YouTube hates the Scottish language. I mean, I think YouTube's, like... Is YouTube an American-based company? I honestly don't know. Like, I honestly don't know if it is. We are gonna flick here. We will need the resource here to be able to get our daggers back. It's not about money. Okay, thank God, because I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I'm not gonna lie. I was low-key stressing, bro. I was low-key stressing. Do we have both of our daggers over here? We do. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and do this so that we can get our daggers back. This is fine with me. So the dagger hits, we gain a resource, they go to 2. This is another 4. Our opponent will inevitably block with 2 cards, or if they block with 1 card, they're just dead. Either way, it's fine. Got him. No! After Talishar crashes on my ass, dude. Good game, Avarice. The Avarice! They are mutigated gall! I love the Grinch. I love Jim Carrey's The Grinch. Like one of my favorite Christmas movies. All right, let me log this game, and then we'll go ahead and pull everything up. We went first against Fang, I think. We went first. No, did we go second that game? Did we go first or second that game? I can't remember. I think we went second for, but I can't remember. I'm so bad at remembering stuff like this. All right, let's see. So we got the win. They didn't get third fealty until turn 7, I think. And they were at single digits. Good way to stay ahead and win the game. Also, escalated bloodshed's pretty bad, but we're not gonna like harp on that. Like, our opponent's probably just testing and trying things. Oh, did Carly approve your message? Carly's the best. Martin could have got double paid right there. I would like to imagine that Martin wouldn't take advantage of me like that, but I mean, couldn't blame him for trying, right? All right, so let's talk about Claw of. I gotta turn my foot warmer back on here. Let's talk about Claw of Vincerikai for a second. So I just referred to this card as Syndra's version of Valiant Dynamos. When you play against Acilio, Fang, Florian, like anything that like pings you with Arcane, it's really good in a Kano, but that's beside the point. What you're able to do is you're actually able to put this on the board during their turn when they attack you, lose the dagger to Spell Void to save a life. Then on your turn, you're able to play out your hand, playing all the offense, getting all the good things, utilize Flick Knives to flick your kunai, your other dagger. Then at the end of your turn, you get back both of the daggers and you just rinse and repeat. So it turns this into like an arcane, like rune chant kind of like Valiant Dynamos, where you're able to get a ton of value and really slow your arcane opponents down. It actually won me a game against Vincent at US Nationals. So Claw of Vincerikai is the truth. Love this card. It's absolutely amazing. It is absolutely amazing. So Claw of Vincerikai is really, really good. Like, thinking about it that way is like that's how I feel like you should process this card. And the one thing that I will say that like I didn't even consider going into nationals. That's not a 7. Jesus. Hey, let's go. Michael Leon. Thank you for the sub on YouTube. Appreciate you being here and hanging out. Guys, if you are new to the channel, sorry, I'm trying to write this down really quick. If you are new to the channel, you're here for the first time, whatever your story is, we got 3 questions we ask everybody when they're new. What's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? What are your favorite hot dog toppings? Tell me about yourselves in the chat. You went second. Okay, thank you, Michael. Thank you. Thought, like, in my head we went second, but like I've wrote first down so many times in a row that I was like, maybe we went first. Who knows? So yeah, that's why I think Claw of Vincerikai is so good. I don't know. That was like, I feel like that was a really good like educational talking point. I might turn that in. I might like just take that clip and turn it into a YouTube short. Post it this weekend. Might do that this weekend. I don't know. It seems like a good point for like people who have maybe never considered it. Big shout out to T Tabo. I had never considered that until US Nationals. And Friday morning he told me about that and I was like, interesting. KO. I think KO is Shelter. I don't even have a KO matchup in here. I should probably have one of those. It's definitely gonna be Shelter. And then, do we want Art of the Dragon Scale? Probably, right? It's probably better than Lava Vein Loyalty here. I think it's better than just like adding the consistency piece, and I think this is fine. I'm going to go ahead and fill this out correctly this time because we are going first. KO, we're going first, and hopefully we'll be able to get a dub right here. Ronin Renegade, Display Loyalty, Blood Runs Deep, Reaction. After I turn 15 again and my voice cracks. Reaction, get our daggers back, flick one of them, Arsenal Rabble. Seems not bad. Seems not bad. Any thoughts on Valda? So I've talked about this a couple of times. And like Michael, I don't mean that in like a bad way. I just mean like I've talked about Valda a couple times on stream. I really like Valda. I want Valda to be really good. I am not going to touch Valda until Mastery Pack Guardian comes out. When Mastery Pack Guardian cards start getting spoiled, bro, we're gonna be jamming Valda like multiple times a week. I love the Guardian class way too much. Was 15-year-old aggro a stinky Yu-Gi-Oh player? Actually, I was not. When I was a little kid, and when I'm talking like when I was like 7 or 8 years old, my cousin Kyle and I, the guy I do, the gentleman that I do my podcast with, exclamation point podcast in the chat. We used to play Yu-Gi-Oh when we were kids, but like we didn't play by the rules. We didn't understand the game. We just played Yu-Gi-Oh because we were like, Exodia, like, you know, just nonsense like that. And so we played Yu-Gi-Oh as kids. And so I played Yu-Gi-Oh when I was really young, but I never played Yu-Gi-Oh when I got older until I got into like college. I played a little bit with some of my buddies here and there. And as I got older, I started playing with some of my friends a little bit when I was in college. I bet they have 2 no blocks in their hand, or they're keeping a Blood Rush Bellow, either way. But no, when I was 15, I didn't play cards. I didn't really do anything. When I was growing up, sports were a big part of my family. Like we played a lot of sports growing up when I was a kid. So most of my time at that age was spent playing sports. Guys, by the way, like our like podcast is not really about Flesh and Blood. It's really just about like sports, video games. Like we do have an episode about Flesh and Blood, but like most of it's just about like nonsense that me and my cousin are both like into. So please do not watch the podcast expecting it to just be like nothing but like expecting it to be like nothing but like Flesh and Blood stuff, because it's not. Oh, off the wall for sure, dude. There's nothing you could say to make me listen to another white boy podcast. Yo, that's hateful. I thought we were friends, Annabelle. That's not cool, dude. The new shield is such a cool design. It gives me hope for how they handle seismic surges in the future. Yeah, I really hope they do some really cool stuff. Valda making surgery off Gravy hero ability sounds great. Oh, that actually is insane. I hadn't even really considered that, Ian. That's actually bananas. That's actually bananas. Yo, Pausarino, big dog. That's insane. That's actually really cool. I had not even considered that in the slightest. Dagger. I'm the middle-aged white guy. I either get into World War II history or a podcast. I mean, dude, fair enough, man. There's nothing wrong with that, you know? Enjoy what you enjoy, brother. Enjoy what you enjoy. I actually have a cousin who's like a big history buff. Like he really enjoys history. He knows a lot about history. Like he can tell you like more things than I think most people can about like just history in general. It's not even like strictly like US history. Come on. I was like, let's win a might. Yo, we almost won a might right there, guys. We almost won a might right there. We hit them with what we had. It just wasn't enough. We do know there's an Art of the Dragonfire on top of our deck. So I'm going to play the Ravenous Rabble. This is 4 on-hit Mask of Momentum. If this hits, we draw into the Art of the Dragonfire, which means I'll be cracking the fealty to pitch Rising Resentment to play the Art of the Dragonfire. Arsenal Blood Runs Deep. We are friends. I'm just stating facts. Fine. I'm not a history guy, but there are so many cool things in history you never hear about, except if you're talking to a history nerd. I mean, yeah, no, that's big facts, dude. That's big facts. Like, I've learned a lot of, like, random things just from, like, my cousin Ben just being like, oh, did you know this? And, like, he says some of it funny because he's, like, trying to troll us sometimes. But, like, I have, like, actually learned quite a bit of stuff from just, like, listening to him about, like, history. Back to Chaos Daggers. Bring out the scissors. I'm just going to start saying get the scissors when I retrieve my daggers. People at Singapore are going to look at me pretty funny. We're going to go ahead and arsenal the Blood Runs Deep because having both of the daggers for the Blood Runs Deep is a very powerful place to be. Until we get hit with this nonsense. Man, we would have gotten so much value by attacking there. All right, what are our hands here? Like, what are our options? Oh, this is for 8? Never mind. I think our options are much more limited than I thought. We're going to lead on Cut Through. Actually, hang on. What if we went Pitch Brand to play Dagger, and then we threw Cut Through, Crack of Fealty, Art of the Dragon Scale? And then we can arsenal the Art of the Dragon Fire and try to set up. I think that's pretty good, because the other option is that we just block a bunch and then do nothing. And I don't think that's correct. So I think we're just supposed to take this. Into Mythos? Is that like Greek mythology? Is that what you mean? Annabelle, when you say that? I don't think I've ever heard somebody describe that with the word mythos before, but we're going to start with the dagger and see what they do. They might block with the scab skin leathers here. I mean, to be fair, it's not a bad block, right? Greek, Roman, Shinto, etc. Okay. I mean, I like the Percy Jackson books. Does that count? Or I like the Percy Jackson movies. I've never seen the books, actually. I've never read the books because I'm a bag nun. This did not hit, which is a little surprising. I was expecting this to hit, but we're going to lead on Cut Through, and we're just going to flick here. It doesn't really matter what happens. We're just going to flick, use the fealty token, and then play whichever one we have left if they hit us with the flesh bag. If they don't hit us with the flesh bag, it will be Art of the Dragon Scale. Dude, I love the Percy Jackson movies. I never saw the book. I never read the books, but I love the movies. Don't bring up the movie. Dude, the movie was great. I love the movie, bro. The movie was great. Wait, by movie, you mean movies, right? There was 2 movies, right? I think there was 2 movies. We do not need a resource. And then it is Crack a Fealty token to play Art of the Dragon Scale. We have the ability to get the Savage Sash with this, which would be cool. There's a Percy Jackson TV show. I would watch that, actually. What's the TV show called? I mean, aren't all movies really bad compared to the books, though, Annabelle? I mean, like, I don't really feel like that's a super fair comparison. Like, one of my favorite books of all time is called The Fault in Our Stars. It's, like, one of my favorite books ever. Might be my favorite book ever. But, like, you know, it's like the movie was, like, good, but not as good. You know what I mean? I mean, we're going to hit the Savage Sash here. This is insane. The fact that we're getting the Sash is, like, actually crazy. Because this takes a lot of their, like, potential racing value off the table, which I love. Oh, it changes the plot a lot? Okay, well, that's kind of not cool then. I do agree with that. Make a Might token. We'll take 6 here. We can block whatever they do next. Hopefully it's not like a Command and Conquer or something good. I'm still inclined to take 3 here because this could be like claw into something really powerful. I hope it's not, because that'll put us really far behind. Yeah, that's bad for us because this will put us down to 9 and they still have most of their equipment. I mean, I guess we'll block here. We could also block with the Burning Blade Dance, but I think I'm more interested in playing offense this turn. Now I'm gonna go rewatch the Percy Jackson show. What was the show called? I didn't know there was a TV show. I mean, yeah, that was a pretty good brute turn, right, Jay? It was, for sure. You lost a viewer by reigniting a hyperfixation. Listen, if you're doing something that makes you happy, I'm okay with losing a viewer. It's just Percy Jackson on Disney Plus. Oh, we have Disney. I can watch that. The last... Are you talking about the live action movie more? Like, the live action movie of Airbender that came out, like, years and years ago was really bad. Because Avatar The Last Airbender, like, the show, like, the animated show, was probably one of, like, the best masterpieces I've ever seen. Love that show from start to finish. I remember when Carly watched it. What are they taking here is the question. Feel like I might have fucked this turn up. Yeah, I feel like I fucked this turn up pretty bad. We're just like completely short on resources this turn cycle. And I can't make this cost reduction any better. This is tough. Tough. Yeah, if they get to keep 4 cards here, we've lost. Which it looks like they're going to. Because I'm not really sure what we're supposed to do here. We can't get our daggers back. I have abysmally screwed this turn up pretty bad. Yeah, I severely miscounted this turn. I have severely fucked this turn up. Yeah, that's pretty bad because we're just forced to pass here. And we get an intellect penalty because of the Burning Blade dance. So we're really going to have to get lucky here to try and win this game. We're going to need them to like hit a miss off the top of the deck or something. Take 4 down to 6 is not good for us. I think we're okay giving up Mask of Momentum here, right? I mean, we could just go to 4, I guess, and then just be comfortable taking 1 more point of damage somewhere. God, I have royally screwed up the end of this game. Yeah, because it doesn't matter what I do without the daggers here. I have, like, botched this turn to death. We could block 5, take 3. I feel like we might just be better off blocking 9. No, because we have to be able to do something, right? We can always use Mask later. How do they mess up the pronunciations of names? It was a show. Me pretending to be a waterbender in the pool is some of the realest shit I've ever heard, dude. I don't want to play Victor. I think I'm better off to play Syndra. I've just got to get back into the rhythm of playing Syndra is where I'm at right now. Yeah, that was just like a total punt of turn cycle last turn. And I would much rather make that mistake here than I would at the tournament. And I think I would have done better at US Nationals Day 2 if I had, like, not been in my own head so much. I was very much so in my head at Nationals. Only having 1/3 block is tough. It's probably going to cost us the game, right? Because inevitably they're playing a 1 of whatever it's called. I can't remember what it's called. The thing that kills us. I'm seeing my 2 favorite Fab characters in a fight. Oh, do you like KO? KO is really cool. I think this is just where we're at. We're just trying to stay up on life, and we're hoping they don't draw a going in hand. Reckless Swing, thank you. I did not see the MTG avatar card. Yeah, Reckless Swing is exactly what I'm thinking of that can just kill us. We have to stay at least 3. Like, I have one more point of life I can give up here, and that's it. That is it. The worst part is, like, even, like, the floor of their turns is going to be something like the floor of one of their turn cycles is going to be, like, 8 or 6, probably. 6 is probably the floor. Now, the only world that we could really get lucky in is if they roll Scabs and hit, like, a 1. I just had to say something, didn't I? Oh, boy. Well, this is officially the last point of life we can give up here. Victor has been treating you well on stream. However, playing Syndra plays to some of your strengths, and I just don't think Victor has really bad matchups still. Oh, yeah, dude, those statements are very different things. Those statements are very different things, Electrum. Yeah, Victor does have some bad matchups. I completely agree. I wish that on myself. I definitely played myself a little bit there. All right, we're dodging the Reckless Swing the rest of the game. The good news is that if they have a pulping, we can stuff it with the Shelter. Of course, we draw both of our Shelters when we're at 1. Double Command and Conquer is sad. Big Sag. He was my first serious Fab deck. I mean, KO is a lot of fun. I played a lot of KO during Heavy Hitters meta. He also does pretty good things into Victor because he clashes well. That's where you're wrong, bucko. Here's 32 arcane damage. LOL. Okay, so you're telling me there's a chance. I mean, to be fair, they have not played a single Blood Rush this game, and, like, we're still just about to die. Mighty Windup makes 2 mites for next turn. Not drawing the Felling back-to-back. Talishar Shuffler. Fellings seem to run together every time I play against one, I'll tell you that. We get a Quicken token. Bully. What does it say? The next Draconic card you play or activate this combat chain. All right. All right. We're trying to dodge Reckless and win the game without Flick Knives somehow. This should be impressive. Most Gravy Bones can just tunnel you. Kano and Verdance range from very uphill games to completely unwinnable. Yeah, I completely agree. I agree. Like, that, like, it's a very accurate assessment of the meta. Listen, we're believing as much as I can believe right now. We are believing as much as I can believe right now. Felling is just Siege Rhino? Yo, Siege Rhino, they run in packs, right? They run in packs. God, I hated that freaking card. Atarka's Command that shit right back to hell. God, I hated that card, bro. I wish Jarl was just a bit better. I think Jarl's actually pretty solid in the meta right now, Babar. Because I think you can build your deck to beat certain things. Alright, we have to play this now. I wanted to, like, try and sit on it, but we're going to activate Syndra because it's going to be free from the Ignite effect. Give us our daggers back, and then we'll attack for 3. Like, they're clearly just trying to keep life totals up, which is a very smart thing to do. I think my opponent realizes they just have to stay alive until they can get back to their Reckless Swing. Okay. Or they're just going to throw 8 at us and I'm going to cry. They're going to throw 9 at us. I mean, yeah, we're just blocking with everything here because we have to. It's a sad days are sad. I lost my winning in day 2 of my second ever GP to Runner Atarka's command. Runner Atarka's command is actually crazy work, bro. That's actually crazy work. I wish I played when Siege Rhino was standard legal. I mean, it was a cool card, right? Like the Abs End deck was cool. I'm just salty because I was always getting rolled by that card. Because you I had one. Oh wait, why is this 6? I'm sorry, opponent. Forgot this was 6. Because like you had one out to that in the Atarka red deck, and it was Atarka's command. All right, so the fact that they're getting to play this means we're probably dead. Yellow Bear Fangs taking all 4 cards out of our hand is about as bad as it's going to get for us. And then we're dead to basically anything in their deck, especially that. This is the first time I've lost to KO in a while. You don't lose to KO very often when you're playing Cinder. It's a pretty favored matchup. But the good news is that I can go back and review the turn cycle that happened on, and I can completely point back to where I lost this game. My opponent played well. They played patiently. They waited, and I played that one turn absolutely terribly. And I don't know if I win the game, but it definitely cost me the game. Loss. Turn 4 or 5 had a turn where I miscounted Draconic Chain Links and resources to IP myself and miss out on daggers. That was like probably the worst turn cycle I've played with Syndra in a long time. And honestly, like as much as I hate that it happened, I'm glad we got it out of the way now. Like, let's learn some mistakes and let's move forward. Probably got time for one more game. The field would have been like 75% Abstand X. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. Arc Knight. Let's go, dude. Yeah, let's play one. I feel like ending on a Mario game is a good one to play on. It's a tough matchup, and I would like to do that. I think did you add me on Discord, Arc Knight? I think last time we played. I think ending on Mario is a good one. Codex, lost game from chat distracting me. Oh, I definitely ramble too much when I'm playing. Like, I feel like I would probably win more games when I'm live if I would ignore you guys and like play the game, but I don't really like doing that. I like talking to you guys and chatting. Mario 64, Sunshine, or Galaxy? How about Mario Party? Does that count? I love Mario Party. Not in Discord? All right, let's go. Arc Knight. We're just going to do Arc Knight. And we're going to be in Comp CC, so look for it, brother. The first 50 games on a new deck are very frustrating because you are trying to build a foundation. I agree. It's very, very frustrating. I completely agree with you, brother. Arc Knight, best of luck to you, man. Hope the game goes well. Hope we play a good one. Hope we play a good one. Even if I lose this last one, I'd like for the last one to be a good one. We are not on Claw of Mitsarakai in this matchup. It's amazing how little Florian you see on Talishar nowadays. Let's see. We're playing against Mario. We do get the value of going second against this Mario. So hopefully that can work out for us a little bit better. Because we did lose to Mario earlier, but we also had to go first. The fact that you can't win with our help is a big warning sign. I mean, facts. Facts. Florian is still good. I agree. Florian's still a great choice. I think there'll be a very decent number of Florian in Singapore. I think this is definitely worth getting rid of to try and set up the Wrath of Retribution turn right here. Zero cost starter would be good here. That's not the zero cost starter we were looking for, I'll tell you that. I think we're going to end up just arsenaling the Wrath of Retribution and setting up here. I think that's going to be our play. We're going to Arsenal the Wrath, and we're going to try to set up. I mean, we do have a world where, like, we could just dive in on the Wrath here pretty early, but I don't know. I guess it kind of depends on how Arknight plays out this. Like, how they play out this little cycle right here. Hopefully there's no defense reaction. 2 cards, or even card and mask, is much better than a defense reaction here. I need to get 2 cards out of hand if I'm going to reliably set up a Wrath turn. And even then, there's no guarantee. If I could design a hero combining 2 classes, so I immediately know the answer to this question, Pata. I would take a talent and a class, and I would make an Ice Ninja. I would play Ice Ninja. Like, I'm telling you, I would play Ice Ninja until it LL'd. I don't care how bad it was. I love Ice. I love Ninja. I think we have to block like this and just try to play our hand out. Please no shred. Like, we're literally just sitting here like, please God, no shred. So it's going to be Brand, Ignite, Wrath. I'd mix a Rune Blade and a Ninja and name it Aurora. Oh, dude, Randy's out here with jokes, bro. Ice Ninja would be disgusting, right? Hey, Ahmad, what's up, dude? Enjoyed seeing you in live events. For me, you're so cool to have your outfit the same all the time. Dude, thank you, Ahmad. I appreciate that, man. I really enjoy wearing wearing the outfit and like wearing the whole thing out when I go out and about. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy like wearing the shirt like with Carly on it. It's a lot of fun to like have Carly on my shirt and like our cat Taryn when I go out to events. I had somebody in Vegas, and I feel like I caught this person's name, and I feel so bad I can't remember it. In Vegas, somebody came up to me and said, "Can I take a picture with you? Every time you stream, my wife always asks, is he wearing the shirt?" And it was talking about the shirt that I have with Carly and Taryn on it. And I thought it was so funny. It was so wholesome and so funny that I was like, this is awesome. And so like we took a picture together, and it was just really fun. Ooh, dude. Channel Lake Frigid would be really cool. Channel Lake Frigid inside of Warrior would be insane. I want my Ice Brute Yeti. That would be cool. I think everybody just wants Ice in the class they like is what it sounds like. Posted the picture in the Discord meme channel. Yo, I'll take a look at it, Ian. I like it. 1 power, dagger, on hit, create a frostbite. Yo, all right. Vito is already trying to like break this wide open. I was thinking for something maybe not that ridiculous, but I'm kind of here for it. I won't lie. I'm kind of here for it. Luckily, this is for 2. So like them discarding the shelter is like not that good here. I do not want to counter on the vest. This is also going to be for 2. When this hits for 1, we're going to throw the Blaze Headlong. Now, the cool thing is that if our opponent blocks 3, we can flick a dagger, and then we can put Mask of Momentum on the chain. So this is a really neat interaction for us, and I think this favors us pretty well. Because now we get to draw off Mask of Momentum, set up, which is really good. So from here, I am going to get my dagger back and attack for 2. I originally was not going to, but I think here I will. Yo, Mystic Guardian would be dope. The Ice X-Class comes up literally like every 9th stream. I mean, yeah, dude, Matt, I love Ice, bro. Come on, dude. Come on now. I love the Ice talent. It's so good. This is fine. I'm okay taking 6 because we drew like a really good hand to get our daggers back, play through the turn. Normally, I would try to like save our starter here, but I'm okay with this. Attack, Flicked, and Cinder ability. Can I attack with a dagger again? Yes, sir, you can, Ahmad. Arc Knight just said getting rolled here, and I said I'm high rolling. Like, I feel like being able to like go 7 wide with Wrath one turn is a very, very good start. I can't decide if I want to Arsenal here or not. There's probably a cool way to do a Shadow Light Hero Soul to banish zone interactions. Oh, that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. Light Brew would be fun. Attacking with Go Again and then playing Arctic Incarceration, deal with it. I mean, yeah, this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about, right? I always thought in a Shadow Ninja, like some kind of like Shinobi, but Ice Ninja, but it sounds kind of cruel to the opponent. I mean, yeah, dude, if you're hitting them with like Ice cards and Ninja cards, like, bro, you're like, we're just like absolutely letting somebody have it. I think we'll just go 4 into 4, right? We'll lead on the Blaze Headlong and see how they play this out. Yo, Blackluster Soldier is like, that like hits another part of my brain. Arc Knight just asked if I was coming to World Tour New Zealand. Sadly, I will not be in New Zealand. I would really like to go to New Zealand, but Carly and I have literally already traveled like the globe this year. We have went to Carly and I oh, Black Widow's pretty good. Carly and I have already went to London, Vegas, and we're going to Singapore. So I think like traveling is going to be pretty light the rest of the year. Does the return dagger counts as a new weapon? Yes. Let's get Ice Necromancer then. Summon Olaf and Marshmallow. Bro, bring out Olaf. Like, I don't know if you thought that was going to have like an effect that would bother me, but brother, get Olaf out here. I'm here for it. I love that. Like, Olaf is like the best character in Frozen. Don't at me. My dude is just always happy to be hanging out. I love Olaf, bro. We'll get the scissors back right here. We'll go ahead and flick one of our scissors at him. Haha, scissor. Pocket sand. I don't know if you guys like King of the Hill or not, but I like randomly reference the most. I reference the most random things on any given day. We could like shelter to like try to play around some of this here. I don't know. I like Olaf myself. I mean, dude, Olaf's awesome. Pocket scissors. Now, see, I'm going to start saying that when I play Flick Knives. Pocket scissors. And it'll be a stream that unless you don't watch the stream, if you don't watch the stream, you won't understand, right? They can take 2 brands out of my hand here, which feels pretty bad. Yeah, we just have to say no blocks here. We just have to no block it up. Dromai as a Necromancer genuinely makes me want to cry. Like, I think that would, like, scare me so much. Take up the mantle, puts this up to... $6. I can discard the shelter to stop the flick here. They're not going to banish anything, right? Like, they're just kind of like, this is just for, like, +3 value. Do I want to let them take the shelters out of my hand? We'll let this resolve. I think we're supposed to just let this happen, sadly. They did not use the Black Widow text, which I'm pretty surprised by. I mean, if they bonds 2 brands out of my hand, I'm just going to use Fealty into Art of the Dragon and Arsenal Shelter. I definitely think my opponent should have used Black Widow there. I think that was a mistake. I mean, Evocation from Grave would be pretty cool. I'm not saying it wouldn't be cool, but it makes me want to cry, right? I was going to throw Pocket Paper. Man, well, you guys are just hitting like all these great references tonight, dude. I love y'all so much. Y'all like say the funniest shit ever, dude. So it's Fealty Token, Art of the Dragon Blood. For 4 going in, Arsenal Shelter. I don't know about better, but cooler for sure. Had dinner and I'm back. How did the Victor game go? We lost to Golden Sun. There was a turn cycle where I could have blocked for 3 and it would have kept me at 9 instead of 6. And I didn't make that decision to try to take more cards out of Kit's hand. And I ended up losing because he was able to play the Golden Sun. Now, to be fair, like, he still had 2 cards in hand when he played that. So, like, it wasn't really going to stop a lot, but... There's an attack reaction this way, mark them. So this dagger is coming in for 5. There's no world we're going to block Mask here, right? Like, we're just going to... This is actually kind of weird, right? Are we just going to take 5? I think so. I feel bad because he's from chat, but gotta know why he did take up over the Widow. I mean, dude, I don't think there's ever a reason to feel bad. Like, we're not going to shame Arc Knight. We want to know, like, what the decision-making process was, right? At least that's where I live. If we're about to get juiced by Command & Conquer, damn. We are about to get juiced by Command & Conquer. He literally just said, this is why. Oh, LOL, dude. Like, that's funny. So Arc Knight's listening while we're playing. Oh, no assassin card. Oh, no, but the Take Up the Mantle. Take Up the Mantle is an assassin card. Yeah, so, like, Arc Knight, if you are listening, you still could have, like... Could have discarded Take Up the Mantle to Widow. So we're going to take 6. And then I think we're just going to try and play offense here. Maybe he had a vision? Possible, right? It's a learning process, if anything. Don't gotta flame the guy. No, I mean, I don't think anybody is. I definitely don't think anybody is Brunson, for sure. Like, I think we're all just asking questions, and, like, I think it's very possible. Oh, yeah, caught up in getting the 3rd react. I mean, yeah, and that's a very fair thing to say. Like, I get that. Do we want to Arsenal Shelter, or do we just want to play offense with it? I think we're better to Arsenal it, right? So we can pitch Hot on their heels to attack. No, we're going to go Kunai for 3. We're going to go Kunai for 3 right here. Or, I'm sorry, we're going to go first. We're going to go strike first for 3, Kunai for 2, and then we're going to attack with Hot on their heels and flick the dagger. We're not going to be able to... We'll have to use a resource to get our daggers back. Which is fine. I think that's okay. I was just kind of agreeing that it's a safe spot to discuss the decision. Oh, yeah, for sure. 100%. 100%. I would always rather talk about the lines and, like, understand thought processes, because if nothing else, it lets me, like, get into the mind of, like, why someone was doing something when I'm at a tournament. And I think that's, like, an invaluable thing to be able to do, if I'm being honest. I think being able to, like, understand someone's thought processes and why they're doing something is a very powerful thing. I am 100% as of today locked in on playing Syndra.
Let's
100% locked in on Syndra.
You love to see it.
Yo, let's go. Bucket, thank you for the sub on YouTube, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate the sub and hanging out. Guys, if you're here for the first time, you're new to the channel, we got 3 questions we ask everybody when they're new, and they are, what's your name, what got you into Flesh and Blood, and what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Tell me about yourself. I would love to get to know you guys in the chat more. So we're going to spend 1 to get our daggers back, which is perfectly fine. I'm okay with this. We're now at the point where we should consider blocking with Mask if it comes up. This hand's pretty good. I mean, cut from the same cloth shows them our hand, which is solid, but I don't want to know your thought process. My favorite question to ask is which cards get discarded to Blood Rush, LOL. I'm actually not that scared of this. Flick to Marcus and give this go again. How many Command and Conquers have we seen? 2? Codex could be pretty bad for us here. What does Codex have? There's not a leave. There is a leave no witnesses. I think because of that, we're supposed to take 9 and just play our hand. Like, there's no Command and Conquer following this up. We're playing around the Codex if that's what Arknight has here. Does feel a little bit like Toxin. You're disappointed I'm turning my back on the horse? Josh, you got to make up your mind, bro. You're here, you're there. I'm just kidding, man. I just think Syndra's a better pick. And I think I have a lot of reps on Syndra over the last, like, 60 days. All right, so we're just going to play out our hand here. We have a lot of 4s in this hand. How many shelters have we seen? 2? 3. We've seen all the shelters. It's Calming Breeze or bust at this point, so... I mean, I agree it did kind of feel like Toxin, but I definitely think that we were playing around the Codex no matter what. We were playing around both, kind of, but still. Name is Christian. Got into Fab after I got set fatigue for Magic and saw Jarl's art. And then my favorite hot dog toppings. Damn, that's a really good question. I got to think on that one. All right, dude. You think about it. And when you come up with something, man, let me know. Because, like, I love asking that question. I love talking about it. Like, it's, like, one of my favorite things that, like, we talk about all the time. But, Christian, welcome to the channel, man. Welcome to Flesh and Blood. We're happy to have you, brother. I'm glad you're hanging out with us. I also come from MTG. We were making a lot of Magic references early in the stream. A lot more Magic references tonight than are normally made during the stream. I will say that. The Jarl art has gotten my LGS so many new players. I mean, yeah, I believe that. I will say, talking about new players, we had a 16-person armory on Friday night, and, like, we normally have, like, 8 to 10-ish. So, like, having 16 people is really cool for us. That does not happen very often. That is not something we get to do very regularly. So, like, having that many people was cool on Friday night. I mean, I don't really think Jarl's a sleeper, if I'm being honest. I think most people are aware that Jarl has a pretty good spot in the metagame. The question is, like, who's going to come up with a build that works? I'm not going to use the vest because I would rather block with it here. But this is 4 on-hit mask. We're asking Michael a tough question here. Now, he knows there's a 1 for 5 on top of our deck, so if he gives it to us, he knows we cannot play it. He knows it's Art of the Dragon scale or whatever it is. If we had a fealty token, that would be different. How many rounds? We played 4 rounds on Friday night to determine a winner last night. We don't play top 8 or anything like that. My company receives MTG stuff for media coverage, but I've never bought a pack until recently when I joined the Final Fantasy pre-release. I'm defo sinking into debt when Avatar comes out. So there's been a couple of sets that I've said I was going to buy Magic stuff for, and I just never have. I still have some of my older Magic decks that I keep around. Interesting. I did not think Michael would give us the card here. This does not push lethal. We also cannot get a dagger back. Man, I really wish we had a fealty token to make this work. Feels kind of sad. We're just going to arsenal this. Hand does not block efficiently. Ignite, dagger, display loyalty, flick, gain a resource. How do we feel about blocking 6? to play around Just a Nick. If it's Just a Nick and Pump, it feels bad, but I don't think we have a better choice. If it's Just a Nick and like Razor's Edge, like it is what it is. I'm building Spider-Man decks, but I just proxy them. I mean, if you're proxying them, it's not spending you, like, cost you any money, right? I've been playing for about 2 months, and I love Fab so much. First game I played where I actually attend events. Dude, well, I'm awesome. It's like getting you to go to events and play games and stuff, man. That's awesome. I love that for you, dude. Honestly, like, I absolutely love that. Now we don't have the ability to flick to gain a resource, but we do have the ability to, like, throw the Art of the Dragon Scale here. Still, like, we have a pretty good line here. Kunai of Retribution is solid. I think this turn wins us the game. Just a Nick plus Flick will go over. Yes, it would have. That is very good to keep in mind. Because if they would have went, like, Flick into Just a Nick and then, like, taken a card from our hand and played Leave No Witnesses, we would have been up a creek. So that would have been really bad. Good catch. Thank you for pointing that out. That is something important to keep in mind. Is Necromancer worth going all in on since it's a new class? I mean, it's getting half the LL points it normally would, right, Michael? So, like, if you really want to play it, then I would say yeah. Like, but I feel that way about, like, most things. Like, if you want to play it, I think it's worth buying into all the time. But I mean, yeah, like, since it's so new and, like, for the first year it's gonna get half the amount of LL points as, like, other heroes in the game, I think it's, like, perfectly worth. This turn should win us the game. I don't even know if this was the best way to play this turn, but I think this is how it plays out. I think it's just like, I don't even know, like, there might have been a more efficient way to play it, but I think we were just there. Yeah, I think that was just like what we were doing. That was a pretty good game to end the night on. I mean, going second was a big tempo swing. I also, like, started pretty hot there. So, like, Arc Knight kind of just fell behind very early on in the game. We got a win. Turn, I think it was 2 or 3, I can't remember, was able to hit with Wrath of Retribution and go 7 wide for a big tempo swing. I think that's, like, one of the biggest defining characteristics of that game is the fact that we were able to start out so aggressive right there with such a good time. So before we jump off for the night, let's kind of review the deck and talk about a couple things. Bram with Cinderclaw Yellow performed really well. We did not play against a Jarl tonight, I don't think. We did play against a Victor where we played a really good game and the Mask of the Pouncing Link strategy was working pretty well. But I think that Kit played the game very well towards the end. Block cards showed up when he needed, and it just kind of, like, didn't line up super well for us towards the end. But Kit played that super well. But yeah, Yellow Brand felt pretty good tonight. I had considered Fire Tenant Strike First being Snatch, and then instead of playing the Draconic Leg Piece, playing Snapdragon Scalers like Sean Dollywall was, because I don't hate that. I don't want to be on 3 Snatch, but I think 2 could be okay as, like, supplemental cards. I think if we're going to play Snatch, we have to cut the Dragon Scaler Flight Path, and we have to be on Snapdragon Scalers to make it more consistent. But I don't know. This is where we're at. Everything felt good. I did not get a chance to really showcase the Lava Vein loyalty as, like, being an additional gas go get 'em card. We did talk about Claw of Benserikai and why I think it's good. We got to see a lot of Art of the Dragon Scale tonight, and it really stood out. It felt really, really good tonight. Really like this a lot. So I think it felt very good in the sideboard tonight. The list felt very good. 4 and 3 is not exactly the record I was looking to reflect on, but I do think that the list, like, played well. I need to tune up a little bit, start playing a little bit better, and we'll continue working on the deck as we go through it. So anyway, Guys, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. Remember, if you're new, make sure you like, subscribe, follow, all the free stuff. It means a lot. It goes a long way. We will be back tomorrow night. We'll be playing some Syndra. Got a video coming out, a gameplay video coming out on Wednesday with some Syndra stuff, so you guys can check that out. And we'll be playing some more Syndra tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good night, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Take it easy, guys. Kyle requested 5 subs of water. Fucking weeb.